The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. Nothing. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion to be found playing small and settling for a life that's less than the one you're capable of living." Now, I'm sure in your experiences in school and applying to college and picking your major and deciding what you want to do with life, I'm sure people have told you to make sure you have something to fall back on. Make sure you got something to fall back on, honey. But I never understood that concept, having something to fall back on. If I'm going to fall, I don't want to fall back on anything. I want to fall forward. I figure at least this way I'll see what I'm going to hit. Now, consistency, you'll never finish. So do what you feel passionate about. Take chances. Don't be afraid to fail. There's an old IQ test, was 9 dots, and you had to draw 5 lines with a pencil within these 9 dots without lifting the pencil. The only way to do it was to go outside the box. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Don't be afraid to fail big, to dream big. But remember, dreams without goals are just dreams.
There's a pattern to genius. There's a method behind the magic. I always tell
Reggie Jackson struck out 2,600 times in his career, the most in the history of baseball. But you don't hear about the strikeouts. People remember the home runs. Fall forward. Thomas Edison conducted 1,000 failed experiments. Did you know that? I didn't know that. Because the 1,001st was the light bulb. Fall forward. Every failed experiment is one step closer to success. You've got to take risks, and I'm sure you've probably heard that before, but I want to talk to you about why that's so important. You will fail at some point in your life. Accept it. You will lose. You will embarrass yourself. You will suck at something. There's no doubt about it. And I know that's probably not a traditional message for a graduation ceremony, but hey, I'm telling you, embrace it, because it's inevitable. In the acting business, you fail all the time. Early on in my career, I auditioned for a part in a Broadway musical. Perfect role for me, I thought, except for the fact that I can't sing. I didn't get the job. But here's the thing. I didn't quit. I didn't fall back. I walked out of there to prepare for the next audition, and the next audition, and the next audition. I prayed. I prayed, and I prayed. But I continued to fail, and fail, and fail. But it didn't matter, because you know what? There's an old saying, you hang around the barbershop long enough, sooner or later, the haircut. So you will catch a break, and I did catch a break. Last year, I did a play called Fences on Broadway.
Hey, good morning, everyone.
But here's the kicker.
Can you guys hear me? Good morning, good morning. Happy 2021. If you can hear me, can you just type, like, what do you want to aim for in 2021? Super excited for today's sharing, because today is going to be something really special and really close to my heart. I'll be sharing things that probably I will not be have not been sharing before. All right. Can you guys hear me? Okay, great. So let's get started like immediately, because I mean, thank you for really spending your time with me this Saturday, because to me, time is one of the most precious thing that we have. And this year, who is ready to achieve your financial goals? If you are ready, please type me. Okay, please type me. Hi, good morning, Damien. Good morning, like CK, Samantha. Okay, great. And thank you, Wendy, for supporting this whole entire event as well. So this is something very special that we created for Endless and for all our friends and those who have been like following us. And also, if you're on Facebook, do us a favor, help us click share on this particular Facebook so that more people can learn about how to achieve their goals in 2021. And one more thing, because our Zoom room is getting a maximum already, if you're on Facebook, you can stay on Facebook. I promise to actually read your comments as well, and also those who are on Zoom. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's get started. Let's get started immediately. Now, I want to ask you guys something, right? How many of you guys actually done goal setting before? If you have done goal setting before, right, can you roughly tell me at what age did you started learning about goal setting? When was the first time? Do you remember when was the first time you wrote your goal or you learned about goal setting? Or who was the first person that you heard about goal setting from? I think all of us understand the power of goal setting. And today I'll be sharing with you something even more add-on. Okay, so some say 20, some say 10 years ago, O-level at 70. Wow, at 70, amazing. Okay, so how old are you, CK? I'm a bit shocked. Okay, so now it's never too late to learn, correct? At 15 years old. What about those on Facebook? When did you guys started doing goals setting, and who was the one who actually taught you about that? PSLE, trying to get A's. Excellent, Charlie. Okay, I want to share with you, right? The first time that I actually learned about goal setting is probably in secondary school. And what happened was this. Well, if you all can see, this is my report card. This is my report card, and I was just flipping through because I wanted to show my children about my results. Now, can you all make a guess, right? Looking at my face, do I look like someone who is smart? Am I an A student or a C student? Make a guess. Can you all just type A student or C student? A student. Oh, serious, huh? Hey, oh, you all saw my comments already. Okay. A student, definitely A student. Okay, great. Thanks for really being so encouraging. Huh? Now, let me just show you guys this. I was very privileged to go into this school called Anglican High. In Chinese, it's called Sheng Gong Hui or Sheng Zhong. Okay, so if you can see my Sec 1 results, right? This is Sec 1 end of the year results. I failed a few subjects. Okay, let me see. I got any A's or not. I got one A here, technical workshop. Only my technical workshop got A. The rest got C, B, C. Okay, this is amazing. Can anyone explain to me how do you fail art? I got F9 for my art, you know. There was something that was so devastating. And when I went back, I gave my parents results, the results, right? I was so ashamed, I was so embarrassed, and I think they're going to kill me already, right? I don't know. If your child give you this kind of results, what were yours? Do I look like an A student? I didn't anyhow draw. Hey, frankly, I really didn't anyhow draw. I don't think I'm a troublemaker. I was really doing my best, you know. And I actually scored, what do you call that? F9 for my art. Okay, so guys, what failed by 1 mark? I failed, no, this one 39 marks, you know. 39, and I got F9. It's not even a close pass. But how will you feel if, let's say, your child gives you this kind of report card? Well, that's where, right, actually I felt very sad. And that year I learned about goal setting. So what happened was, actually I learned it in church, you know, during my Sunday school. One of my Sunday school teacher didn't like me. No, cannot be. I'm so cute. Why they don't like me? But anyway, in Sunday school, right, what happened, that was when I was in Sec 1, about 13 years old, I learned to write this thing called a letter to myself. So my Sunday school teacher, he told us to write all the things we want to achieve the next year. Okay, because it was end of the year, I got my results, it was bad. So you're saying, okay, next year, let's do better. Let's write what you want. So I began to write. I want to score all A's. I want to score all A's. Come on. So what happened was this. Guys, let me show you the power of goals. When I say I want all A's, I don't want to have, now I only got 1 A. I got about 8 subjects, 9 subjects. I want every single one to be A. After setting the goal, right, now I got clearer direction. I know in order to score A, I need to hit at least 70, right? So now, once it becomes very specific, right, let me show you the power. So that one was Sec 1. Sec 2, wow, shucks, man, I got even more D's. So in the end, the only A1 I got was physical education. Oh no. So, and this time I failed music. It cannot be lah. Later I sing a song for you guys. Then you tell me how can I feel music? Right? I don't get it. But I and seriously, again, I want to tell you, I'm not a troublemaker. I really want to score well. So, but after setting goals, right, 1 year later, I got worse marks. I failed my humanities, which is history, geography. My technical, remember, now become 50. The only A I got now become 50, and the rest was terrible. And then I felt actually very sad. I thought that, wow, why am I so stupid? Really, I actually believe that I'm stupid. Distracted by girls, I don't think so. You got music, I got music lessons. Yeah, I blow the recorder. I don't know whether you remember or not. So guys are late boomers. I don't know about that, man. So anyway, right, how will you all feel? Do you all do well in school? I don't know. Maybe, okay, don't show off now. Don't show off now. If I show you my wife's report card, this is my wife's one. That one is show off. This one, all the A's one. Okay. Anyway, Sec 3 become worse. My history continue to fail. They don't let me take art. No, there's no more art. They don't let me take geography anymore and things like that. So you can see the only one that improved was math. So I realized that I was actually quite a bad student, right? But bad, right? I want to say again, I wanted to do well. It's not that I didn't care about my studies, but I wanted to do well. But some years later, but in fact, right, I remember it was so bad that my parents got called to school, and then the teacher said, hey, you gotta reconsider these guys, I would say future lah, because this guy probably will not be able to get into the school that he wants, probably will not get into a tertiary education. So you got to think about it. And then when they say all this, I was also thinking, wow, I better go and find a job that is suitable for me. Seriously, my school too atas. I'm not too sure about that. Okay. So some years later, right, I just want to encourage you guys. Some years later, I managed to get into university. I got into NTU, and just to show off a bit, but my point is not to show off. I just want to show you this, right? I got first class honors in my university. So I just want to share this whole entire concept that what happened between the secondary school and what happened after when I went to university. Did I become smarter? Did I actually learn some like study technique that make me much smarter? I mean, I did learn study techniques and things like that, but actually some things happened. Do I continue to set goals? Answer is yes, but I did it differently. So there are certain elements, right, that actually make it very different. In fact, right, okay, I think some of you just now saw my the remarks of my teacher, right? This particular teacher, I want to apologize to this teacher. I really didn't purposely want to make her angry, but thinking back, my attitude wasn't the best. I tried to study, but somehow whenever the teacher talk, I cannot hear what they are saying. It's like it's encrypted, When the teacher tried to teach me something, my ears just cannot listen, okay? And it wasn't, was it because I'm stupid? Was it because my brain wasn't developed? Well, I will be sharing with you what actually happened. In fact, this particular teacher, right, she actually messaged me in 2016. This one is years later, 2016, and it's in Mandarin because my school is a bit of Mandarin school, Anglican High. He said, "Hi, Wei Ming." Okay, basically in let me translate to you in English. They say, am I able to? So my teacher asked me, am I able to invite you back to Anglican High to actually give a talk to our alumni, to our friends? They say, hey, hi, teacher. Okay, then I spell wrongly lah. Okay, again, my Chinese, my English not very good. I asked her, no problem. I can come and share. And she asked me, how much is it? I say, no need. Okay, so they didn't ask me to give investment talk. They say talk about success and stuff like that. So I said, no need any fee. I'll be happy to share. But what I want to share with you guys is this. Guys, if I were to look at your financial freedom report card right now, what score will you give it? So let's rate yourself in 2020. What is the score you'll give your financial freedom? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C, D, E, or F? Okay, F is like frustration, depression, desperation. So I think the first thing, right, is to be honest with ourselves. And give ourselves a rating for our financial freedom. If we don't rate our own financial freedom, then we will never know how to improve. We must know where we are. So what do you guys think? What is your financial freedom report card looks like? Okay, F, Steve Chan. Now, I want to, F, nice, seriously, so bad. I want to share with you, right, wherever you are, if your report card was like my B3, F9, E8, all the fear here and there, correct? You can turn from frustration and desperation to subsequently becoming an inspiration, like getting first class, or even like what the teacher actually asked me to go back and share. She said that, wow, I'm an inspiration because I've achieved so much. I was so shocked. So by 31st December 2021, how many of you guys are ready to become an inspiration? If you are ready, please type A1. Let's score A1 for our financial freedom report card this year. Even if we don't have A1, right, let's get good progress award, shall we? Okay. I don't know whether you all know all this term, but I got quite a bit of good progress award because my score was so bad. Any improvement is like a super huge improvement. Okay. So let's get A1 in 2021. And you can see that basically this guy who failed in school didn't do very well. I almost got retained a few times, almost got kicked out from a certain school or class a few times. Eventually, I achieved not only good results. Okay, so some people say, oh, Sean, because you are not good in studies, maybe you're good in other things. It is not true, guys. It is whether you want it or not. It is whether you want it or not. Later, I show you my art piece. Okay, sorry, maybe not later. Next time I show you my art piece. If I really want to do well in art and I apply the principles, I can do well in art. If I want to do well in music, I believe I can do well in music. Okay, it's just a matter of how much time and how much resources I pour in. You must first start by believing in yourself. Can you all please type, I can do it? You must believe in that. I can do it. Okay, so this is what I really want to share with you guys. I was featured in papers, TV, as an entrepreneur, as an investor. Come on, if you look at my report card, it's unlikely. But I want to say, guys, if you have kids, right, I don't recommend they quit school. I recommend they put their heart and soul into doing well in school because it is about the attitude, about believing in themselves. If they don't do well in school, right, sometimes it will spiral downwards. But of course, they can choose the particular subject. For me, I actually did well in business in university. Okay, Ken? So this is what I want to share, that when I set a goal in my secondary school, remember this? All the goals didn't come true. In fact, my results worsened. But does that mean that goals are bad? No. But a goal without a plan is only a dream. This is actually mentioned by Brian Tracy, and I think it's amazing because I've been setting goals, but I didn't have a plan. So what do you expect? Set a goal, visualize every day, and then make sure it just happen? It doesn't happen that way. You need to have a blueprint. Can we please type blueprint? Okay, it's super important. Blueprint is very important. Okay, so I'm glad that you guys are all ready and hyped up. Yes, all of us can actually do it. I'm so convinced about it. So now I want to share with you, right? There are a few things that we're going to do today. And there's this one-page financial freedom blueprint. I do hope that you guys have the, let me just confirm. Do you all have the download of this? Okay, if you don't have the download of this, right? You all got the download, right? I think I sent it through the email. And at the same time, those on Facebook, right? Okay, do me a favor. On Facebook, I'm going to actually put the link of this download at the end of this workshop. Let me do it right now, so that you have this workshop, this whole thing. Okay. Let me just stop share for a while. And right now, right, I want you to just type inside the chat, inside your Facebook, inside the Zoom, on what you want to achieve this year for finances. I know there are many things in life that is important, okay? But my forte probably is to help you in your finances, okay? I don't want to become like everything I also can help you, correct? Because I don't think, I spend significant amount of time studying finances and also learning how to create investors, entrepreneur. So type down what kind of achievements do you want this year? And for those inside the Facebook, yes, okay, I just posted the link. I just posted the link. That's where you can actually get it. Okay, download here. So again, type down your goals first. Download blueprint here. All right. It's going to be probably one of the most important lessons, right, that we start off this year. Because without having a blueprint, without having a goal, what is going to happen is this year is going to pass, 1 year is going to just pass. And then at the end of the year, you ask yourself, hey, what is happening? How have I spent 365 days of my life? Okay. So now I want to give some specific rules. Let me see. Got a link, right? Okay. Create multiple streams of income. So I'm reading some of the comments. Peggy says, create multiple streams of income. Excellent. Stable streams of income. Wow, this is also good. Now, I want to share a few principles of goal setting, and I can tell you many of us set goals wrongly. The first thing I want to say is this. The first rule is this. For every project in your life, you must have one blueprint. Okay, for every project. Okay. So you can see this is my financial freedom blueprint, right? Can you see? This is my financial freedom blueprint. Now, it must be one page so that you can paste on your wall. You can paste on your wall and you can look at it every day. And preferably, there are certain places that you can adjust. Doesn't matter. If you need, you just print again to update it. Now, but every project must have one blueprint. So don't lump all your life goals in one go, into one page. No, don't lump all your life goals into one page. Otherwise, it's just a whole chunk of goals. I want a blueprint for each of your project. Okay, can you all please type project? every project must have one blueprint. Now, and I'm going to give some specific rules, guys. So, example, let's say one-page blueprint for each project. Let's say you can have your fitness. By the way, this can be done for fitness, can be done for many things in life. For example, if you want to actually look better, like this guy over here, super good looking, you must have a project blueprint for fitness. Let's say you want to become international speaker in Asia, Europe, and things like that. You must have a blueprint on how you can become an international speaker. Okay, COVID maybe not so possible to travel around. So we're going to take note of all these like resources and also all the obstacles. We'll talk about it. So I want to share with you some of the rules of blueprint. Number one, maximum 7 blueprint in your life. One problem that I see is too many people set too many goals. Now, I want to share with you, the lesser goals you have, the more likely you are able to achieve them. Do you all agree? If you agree, please type A. If you agree, please type A. Okay, I'm seeing some of the other goals coming in. Excellent. Now, if you are going to have 20 blueprints, your whole entire wall is going to look very, very, I would say, messy. So you see, if let's say you only got 3 blueprints, it's going to be very targeted. I'm going to suggest this. I'm going to suggest aim for 3. Maximum 7. Now, especially if you are doing this for the first time, maximum 3 blueprint. Yes, per year. So can you all please type 3? Now, then some of you will say, hey, Sean, but we are supposed to have a balanced life, right? We are supposed to have fitness. We are supposed to have relationship. We are supposed to be spiritual, serve in church. We are supposed to do a lot of things. How come I only aim for 3? Now, guys, if you never do all this blueprint before, right, your life is pretty screwed up even before this year, correct? Okay, I'm not screwed up. Maybe not as focused. So this year, I'm not asking you to give up on the rest. The rest continue as per status quo, but I want to have 3 breakthrough goals. 3 breakthrough goals from all of you guys. Okay, just 3. Now, and then you must be very, very specific. Now, let me explain to you. The second thing is this. Your goals must be checkable. Okay, some people call it measurable. What do I mean by checkable? Checkable is this. Now, example, I'm reading some of your comments in your chats. So some people say, I want to have multiple streams of income. Now, your goals must be so clear that when you pass your goals to someone to audit you, to say, hey, at the end of the year, did you pass this goal or not? Is it tick or not? The person must be able to do it. So multiple streams of income, exactly how many streams? Exactly how much? It must be checkable. If it's not checkable, it is too vague, you are not going to make it happen. So let me give you an example. Example, let's say you have a fitness goal and your fitness goal is to look and feel awesome. Guys, can you tell me, is this goal checkable? Why for yes and for no? Why for yes and for no? What do you think? Okay, no, right? It's not checkable. Okay, maybe you say, then you can cheat, yeah, I actually look and feel awesome. Then you say, in fact, like this, I feel more awesome looking like this. Come on, don't cheat yourself. Okay, don't cheat yourself. It must be very, very specific. So example, how to do it is, I want to have 6 packs. I want to have fat percentage less than 12%. So like that, we can go and calculate together. So you see, end of the year, I got 1 pack, 2 pack, 3 pack, 4 pack, 5 pack. Still got 1 more missing. So I need to work harder for next year. How come only 5? Okay, the body screw up, but doesn't matter. So you see, when it's checkable, then you can work on it and you can see, am I on track? Am I on track? Am I on track? Got it? So it must be very, very checkable. Now, the third rule is this. This one is going to be difficult for some of you guys. It was difficult for me initially. The third rule is very simple. Each one of your financial vehicle takes up 1 blueprint. So example, okay? Example, let's say some of you say you want multiple streams of income. Listen to this very carefully. Maybe you say, I want to make $100,000 a year from investing. This is 1 blueprint. This is 1 vehicle. Investing is a vehicle. Let's say you have other things. You got business. You got your salary. You got a part-time job. It will be another blueprint. Now, the blueprint, let me explain to you, is for you to use to break through. If let's say certain things, right? Let's say you are working and then you are getting a stable job, doing well, and you don't need any breakthrough, you don't need a blueprint. The blueprint is for areas you want to break through. So every vehicle must be very clear. Example, 100,000 in 2021, okay, by December 2021, from investing. Okay, one more thing you can do is write the currency. Is it USD? Is it SGD? Otherwise, some people suddenly the currency changed at the end of the year. Oh, actually, it's some other currency. Then, oh, I hit $100,000. No, it must be specific. Okay. So, example, for me, typically I have two. One is actually investing. Okay. One is investing. One is a business. Like, for example, make $10,000 per month from course creation. At the end of the year, we can check. Do you make $10,000 per month by the end of the year from course creation? So every single vehicle, there must be one blueprint. Got it? So if you're all ready, right, can you please help me type in one of your goal from one of the vehicle? Okay, can you type in one of the goal from one of the vehicle? You're going to make how much from what vehicle? Because the rest of the things will flow from there. Now, I mean, for some of you guys, right, you know that I try to come up with some examples and case studies that's more relatable. But right now, I think some of you guys, I know that I don't really do much in investing courses anymore. I don't talk to investors that much anymore. So maybe I use some course creation examples to actually share, because right, that's where I see a lot of people getting results from this. Okay, I'm going to explain to you how to achieve the results. Okay, make $20,000 from investing. Excellent. For 1 year, 2021. Michael, is that correct? Okay, lose certain amount of kg by March. By March, I will reach 3,000 before the end of the year. Good. Okay, through investment and work. Okay, good. 120,000 from investing per year. Good. So those on Facebook as well, please type right. What is one goal you will reach using what vehicle by end of the year? Let's look at 31st December. Okay, pull into 1 year. Okay, got it? Okay, so now, but remember I told you, goal setting without a plan is pretty much useless. That's why every year, I don't know about you guys. When I first started out in investing and trying to make income other than salary, correct? I write goals every year and I didn't really achieve them, I didn't really achieve them. In fact, my report card will look like an F9. Like, I lost money instead of make money from investing. In fact, when I tried to start business, it also didn't work. Okay, that's the reason, right? You need to go through the other components. Goal setting is only step one. Let's go to the other components that makes us successful in our goal setting. Got it? Right. Thanks. Make $2,000 per month from options. Okay, make I would say, what's that? Okay, make 5 figure from course creation. Good. Okay, for those on again, for those on what do you call that, Zoom, I'm actually putting the link down there. Again, for those on Facebook, in case you don't have the link, here is the link to download the blueprint. Okay, got it? I think Facebook may be a little bit laggy. Okay, got it. Right. Now, the next portion that I need to know, right, is this. And I want you to really understand this portion. The next portion, I'm going to go to the next box, is called the why. Anyone know who is this guy? This guy called Simon Sinek. He talks about corporates. He talks about a certain way that we should think. And very important, we should start with the why. Why do we want to achieve the goal? Can you all please help me type purpose? What is the purpose of wanting to hit $40,000 from investing? What is the purpose of wanting to actually lose 10 kg? Why do you really want to achieve that? Okay. Again, those on Facebook, please help me click the share button so that more people can learn about this and achieve their goals in 2021. Now, when we talk about why, right, I want to drill down deeper on how to make this work for us. You must have a strong emotional why. Again, let me say it. You must have a strong emotional why. You all know what emotions, correct? Can you all type down some emotions, right, that you hate to feel? You hate to feel this kind of emotions. Can you all please type down some emotions that you hate to feel? Desperation. Very good. Thanks, Christine. Need to go. Okay. Sorry, Wendy. Is there something wrong with the thing? Oh, the Facebook live stopped. Let me just check. Let me just confirm. My Facebook live is stopped. Let me just check a while. Oh, worry. No, the Facebook live looks okay to me, Wendy. But thanks for pointing out. Okay, great. So some of you talking about losing out, jealousy. No problem. Thanks, Wendy. Frustration. Right. So you can see that all these are emotions. But the emotions must be strong. Let me explain to you. When I was in secondary school and I look at my results, right, I felt lousy, I felt lousy. And I tell myself, next year, I don't want to feel so lousy again. But my lousy is not strong. It is not very strong. What is stronger is playing with my friends. What is stronger is like spending time doing other things. That those feelings are stronger than studying, than feeling lousy at studying. So because every time I feel I need to study, right, I need to tell myself, I don't want to feel lousy again. I don't want to go back next year and show my parents this kind of results again. But frankly, It is not strong. The emotions is okay lah. The most my parents scold me lah. They won't disown me, right? Oh yeah, maybe if my parents disown me, then I will say, oh, I better study hard, right? So my why is very weak. I have a very weak why. Most of the time, there's a why. So you must make sure that your why is stronger than all the other things that will come at you later. Okay, got it, huh? So whatever that you're writing here, right? Ask yourself, is it stronger or not? Now, what happened? How come in university, suddenly my why becomes bigger? How did I achieve the result? Again, I was actually wanting to score better, correct? But in university, I got a much stronger why. And it's a strong, compelling why. Can you all please type compelling? Compelling means every time you think of it, right, a certain amount of emotion stirs up and is so strong. It's like, wow, I need to make this happen. It must be there, okay? And how to actually make sure that this feeling continues to stay, later we will continue to talk about it, okay? Because all these feelings are, unfortunately, it will fluctuate. Do you all know what I'm talking about? How many of you experience, right, feeling very motivated, you want to do something, but after a while, it dies down? If you actually feel that before, can you please type human? Because we're all humans, correct? You know what I'm saying? So, wow, we always set a goal, want to make it happen, then suddenly, a bit tired already, want to try new things. It's all very human. So that's why we must continue to do this blueprint over and over again. This blueprint must be updated one. Okay, after a while, right, whatever why that we have will be desensitized. Let me explain to you guys, whatever why that we have will be desensitized. So this blueprint, please go and update it almost every month if you can, every quarters if you can, and then review it again and again. Now, I don't know whether you know guys this, especially for those maybe people who are smoking. If you know this, right, the government, they want to warn people about smoking, so they go and put very visual images on the boxes. I don't know whether you know. They say smoking causes cancer, and they show you, wow, what happens if it causes cancer. They realize, right, it will be effective for a while. After a while, people see already, oh, initially scary, but the more they look at the picture, they get used to it, desensitized. So what happens? Your picture must keep changing. Change the picture often. You got to change the picture often. This is a very important tip. Otherwise, you see, then they don't feel so excited anymore. Okay. So now, what happens in my university? So this is my own personal story. What happens is, right, actually, after A-levels, by the way, my junior college, everything also didn't score very well. All the way, I struggle through. Every year, I set goals, try to do better, but didn't happen. But at the end of A-levels, just before I entered the military, right, I actually met this lady. How do you think she's pretty? If she's pretty, please put A1. If not, don't put anything, okay? Is she watching? Oh yeah, she's watching over there. But then so anyway, okay, she's looking at me. Okay, never mind. So anyway, right, this is my wife. What happened was back then, you know, all along, right? I mean, I was single, so I was actually playing on my own. Meaning to say, I actually go and play soccer, play all this, have a lot of fun. And every time I want to study, I don't have the motivation. Like, why do I need to study? What's the idea about studying? And I cannot even study well, correct? But after that, right, I actually met this lady. She became my girlfriend, so my first girlfriend. And after that, right, I went into the military, and I began to think not just for myself, but for really my possible potential future family. I said, hey, next time, right, maybe, right, I will have a family with this girl of my dream. And I decided to actually pursue a career in the military as well. So when I pursue a career in the military, right, what happened was, right, there's a certain thing called a pay scale. And by the way, this is very personal, so I just share with you guys. Quite funny one. So, okay, this one is just an example of a pay scale. But what happens is, right, when you're in the government sector, at least in my time, I don't know whether it's the same now, may not be the same. In my time, right, they will pay you according to what kind of results you get in your university. So example, if you never get any honors, they will pay you a certain pay. You get honors, the pay will be higher. You get second class honors, the pay will be upper honors. The pay will be even higher. Then this time round, right, when I look at my results, is it the same? Still the same, right? This time round, when I look at my results, I say, wow, there's a very strong compelling reason. The compelling reason comes in two portions. I say that if I do well for my university, right? Okay, and I'm not thinking of like just passing. I want to do well. This time, I really want to do well. I want to get upper honors. Meaning you say second upper and above. So I tell myself, if I do well, I get more pay, and I get more pay, I can actually give my family a better life. And this was compelling to me. So I'm not saying that, I mean, for you guys, it may be compelling, may not be compelling. Some of you may be single. Some of you may have other things that are more important to you. So find out what is really important to you. You must really find it out. So go on a journey and really find out what is something that you're willing to sacrifice other things for. Sacrifice your playtime and sacrifice other things. Hey, by the way, that being said, Okay, but anyway, I just want to ask you guys, do you know what is really important to you? Can you all type something that is so important to you, right? That is more important than yourself? Is there anything like that? That's more important than your comfort zone? Is there anyone or anything that is like that? Okay, have that visual in mind that you are actually fighting for that. Okay, your health, your family, great. Hey, by the way, I just want to share with you something. Do you think in university I became a mugger? So I scored a lot more better, right? I got first class honors. This one, I scored all the D. Do you think I play more or I played less in university? If I played more, put M. If I played less, put L. I can tell you, I was staying in hostel and my university friends will know this. I took part in 5 sports. I joined like 3 clubs. Then every night we are either playing Winning 11, some computer games. So I played a lot, you know. You know what's the funny thing? I don't think I spend more time studying. I don't think I spend more time studying in university. But I think that every time I spend time, right, my brain becomes motivated to absorb the information. Last time in secondary school, I mean, I sit in class, right? I don't know what the teacher is talking about. When I do homework, right, I copy from my friends. And I don't even know what I'm copying. In university, do I copy homework from my friends? Sometimes, yes, but I copy with understanding because I know that I need to understand so that I can go and trash the exam. I'm going to crush the exam. So, I mean, it is about attitude. It's a shift in attitude. Do you all see that? So okay. So in university, I played like crazy lah. Of course, I studied as well, but it's one of the most fun time, and the results is amazing. So you don't really need to give out like on your fun and stuff like that. Copy with understanding. Yes, correct. So okay. So anyway, have a compelling why, and this is my compelling why lah. Yes, my wife is listening, so I'm gaining brownie points. Okay. So this is my why. So even right when I started to learn about financial freedom, I wanted to actually create more income, create, let's say, $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, or $5,000 a month, right? My why is that I want to have time freedom with my family. To me, this is the most important. I'm not really like excited or compelled to be super famous or to go on the Forbes list. That is interesting. It's interesting. I mean, you can get lah, but most importantly, my time freedom in my family cannot be compromised. And if I don't make this, seriously, if I don't make income other than my salary, I will be sort of like forced to stay in my job. And you know, job, actually, you are changing your time for money. So I decided it is for my family. So for you guys, right, it's very important. You must, oh yeah, my wife very pretty, right? So okay, so it's very important for us, right, to be clear on our why. Okay, now, the next step, right, so is warm up only. So this is goals, this is why. The next step, super important. Like I told you guys just now, you must keep changing a certain picture, right? But you must have the first picture. Can you all please type visual? Many of us, a lot of us, we are pretty much triggered by visual. If I show you something versus I tell you, right, the visual is much more impact. That's why I purposely use pictures, and then you, oh wow, this is what is happening. If I just thought, oh, I met my wife, I met this, I do this, you know, it's different when you see the picture. It becomes more relatable. Does it make sense? If you all agree, type V. Okay. So what I need you guys to do is this portion. You must actually post or paste right, an inspiring visual outcome. Inspiring visual outcome. When you look at that picture, again, what must this picture trigger? What must this picture trigger? It must trigger emotions. Emotions. You see it, you must feel something. When you don't feel anything anymore, change the picture. Don't change the people in the picture. Change the picture. I mean, if you put the picture of you and your wife, don't change your wife. Go and change another picture, take another picture, take another different background, make it exciting. Got what I'm saying? Okay, so I want to share with you guys, right? There are a few things that you have to take note of. Now, probably some of you may have heard of this thing called vision board. Have you heard of vision board before? If you heard of vision board, can you please type B for board, so that I know that you heard of vision board. Right. So now, this vision board, by the way, my vision board is actually replaced with my real outcomes already. Like my fitness goal, I wanted to become a like best-selling author. I wanted to like travel the world. I wanted to actually like have spent time with my family, and I also actually wanted to like become an international speaker. So all these are initially, right, this picture was Tony Robbins' picture. This one was other people's book. This one was actually Vincent Ng, some very fit guy lah. And this one was actually just picture. But now I'm inside the picture already. I'm inside the picture. So I want to tell you guys, right, that this can happen also. However, right, don't just create a vision board. Don't do that. I realized that vision board, there's something missing. I don't know whether some of you have read this or read this book or watched this video called The Secret. The Secret talks about visualization. If you have, can you please type S, The Secret? I want to tell you what is the missing link. there is a missing link. If visualization, right, can help all of us achieve what we want, right, then wouldn't we just actually like, what do you call it? So now you see, if vision board can actually help us achieve what we want, then you see all those like Jay Chou fans or all those like maybe Justin Bieber fans, right? Those girls will think like, oh, one day how nice if I can marry Justin Bieber, correct? And she visualize every day, then she'll marry Justin Bieber already, right? But visualization doesn't work this way, okay? Visualization, there's a few more steps. I want to share with you the missing link, and this is so powerful, you know. When I realized this missing link, right, I got a strong aha moment. It's like, wow, this is the piece that's missing. And once you actually add this into your visualization, I guarantee you, if you practice this at the end of the year, right, very, very high chance, super high chance you will achieve your goals. How many of you are excited already? If you're excited, type me, okay? And by the way, when you actually chat, right, please chat to the public group so all of us can see and be inspired, unless you have a specific question to ask me. Okay, so what's the missing link? I'm also very excited to share with you. Actually, the missing link, right, came in when I read the story about this guy, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Now, I want to share with you what happened. What happened was, right, I read the story about this person, and this person, right, many of us know him as a Hollywood star. So years before he became a Hollywood star, right, he was actually an international bodybuilder champion. He was called Mr. Universe. So what happened was this, after he actually retired, he got a lump sum of money. He made money from showing off his six-pack and his body. Probably got 8 packs or 10 packs. Okay, the Terminator, correct? So what happened, right? With a lot of money, right, he invested into his first movie. And his first movie, can you all guess what is the title of the movie? Anyone can guess it. Anyone can guess. You can just type down, okay? His first movie is called Stay Hungry. Stay Hungry. Now, very likely, you have not heard of this movie before. Neither have I. I haven't watched this movie before. And the reason why we didn't watch or see this movie before, correct, is because this movie is a flop. Lost a lot of money and then nobody watched. So it was a box office failure. So at that point in time, right, a journalist went to interview Arnold Schwarzenegger, and they were at the box office there looking at the sales of the movie, and it was very low. Confirm lose money on. Because to create a movie, you need at least six figure, a few $100,000, or even to a few million, depending on the effects that you want. For him, he's not going to break even. He's going to lose a lot of money. So the journalist asked him this question. This is very powerful one. The journalist asked Arnold Schwarzenegger. He said, Arnold, now that you have retired from bodybuilding, what is your next plan? The journalists don't dare to talk about the movie, because the movie is so bad, right? And then the journalist is scared. If talk about movie, then he's angry. He just punch him, then he die already because his muscle so big, right? So Arnold Schwarzenegger mentioned this. He just said this, and the journalist wrote down this. He said that Arnold actually say as if it's something that he's going to do later, like he's going to go for a walk. He say like a by the way kind of thing. He said, oh, my plan next is to become a Hollywood #1 star. Of course, he say with his accent, oh, I'm going to become a #1 Hollywood star. Then the journalist got shocked, The journalist was thinking, this guy got muscle but don't have brain. Okay, this guy, the muscle very big, but the brain not very big, You know why or not? You see, sorry for circling this. He said that obviously you already launched a movie and it's not working. You lose a lot of money. The feedback from the audience is telling you they don't like you. You will never become a Hollywood #1 star. So what are you talking about? You're going to become #1 star. You just feel like crazy, just like the report card. The report card is terrible, right? So, but of course, the journalist was all thinking about this in the mind. Again, don't dare to offend him. Wow, look at this, man. This guy punched you. Your teeth will go inside your intestine. Then. Okay, and anyway, the journalist then asked him a question. He said, Hollywood #1 star, how are you planning to do it? How are you planning to achieve the status of a Hollywood #1 star? So you know what did Arnold Schwarzenegger say? He says this. He says, the first step is to create a vision. So remember, create a vision. Because when you see the vision, the beautiful vision, that creates the one power. Okay, he says that. But this is not the code that inspire me to know what's the missing link. Let me share with you this. He actually said one more thing, right? That is the missing link for all the visions that we want to create. And this is the same method he used, right, to make himself the governor later. Okay. So what is the code? The code is this. Create a vision. Okay, listen to this very carefully, guys, of who you want to be. Can you all please type who? Okay, can you all please type who? WHO, who. Now, a lot of times when we create a vision board, we write down the what. We paint a picture of what we want to achieve, what we want to achieve, what we want to achieve. But very importantly, we need to create a vision of who we need to be and want to be. This is more important than anything else. Think about it this way. Example, if I want to become an international best-selling or international speaker, I keep visualizing the stage. I keep visualizing that when I go on the stage, people will applaud for me. People will really enjoy my speech and things like that, and they invite me back, pay me a lot of money and things like that. Now, if I keep visualizing the outcome, this is good. It gives me a very strong, compelling emotion. But don't forget, I need to visualize who I need to be by the time I step on the stage and receive a big check for speaking. What kind of qualities do I have? How am I speaking? What kind of attributes do I have? The who is super important, because if I'm not the correct person by then, I will never be on the stage. Do you all see the missing link? If you see the missing link and you think it's powerful, please type P for powerful. This is a very important portion. And now I want you to visualize who you want to be and need to be. So you need to have a visual. So 6 questions I want to ask you. Number 1, if you want to achieve $10,000 a month in terms of investing, in terms of online courses, what must you start doing? What must you stop doing? Are you going to continue to give like stupid excuses? Are you continue to like going to like copy people's like investment trade? Or are you going to think about it independently? Okay, so who do you want to be? So what must you start doing? What will you stop doing? Okay, again, how will you treat the people around you? How will you spend your time? This is super important. I have one segment about spending your time. How will you approach opportunities? How will you approach problems? Will you keep blaming? Will you say, always got issues one? Or will you just overcome it? How will you approach opportunities? Like some people ask you to do something, say, oh, cannot one. Okay, later I'll share with you. People who approach opportunities differently, right, will usually succeed a lot more versus those who actually avoid opportunities or be very skeptical or need to be like 100% prepared. Let me share with you this. This is super, super important. Visualize who do you need to be. Okay, who do you need to be? Now, how do you visualize that? Sometimes we also don't know who do we need to be in order to actually achieve what we want to achieve. Very simple. Can anybody guess? How do we start to visualize who we need to be? If let's say we want to be international speaker, if let's say we want to create online courses that makes a lot of money, if we want to actually make millions in investing, what is the first starting point? How do we actually create a starting point to know who we need to be? Because sometimes we also don't know. Very simple. We study successful people who has been there. We study. Can you all please type stalker? You know what stalker? Stalker. Okay. Pardon me, I'm using language that's actually, I mean, it's not offensive, but sometimes it's a bit funny or whatever, right? So for me, right, when I want to become an international speaker, when I want to actually achieve certain things, I stalk. Meaning to say, I study them, I dissect them, I go and spend time with them if I can. I go and purchase all their books, all their programs, study and study and study and study and study. Become a stalker. Yes. Guys, you must learn to become a stalker. Okay, I mean, don't literally go and stalk at the person's house, but really study and dissect. Okay, so this is what I do. Spy James Bond. Yes, correct. Not stalker. Yeah, STALK. Okay, stalker. Now, but I want to share with you something also very important. For example, you must be very careful of what you want to stalk. Meaning to say, don't study everything because humans are imperfect. And I want to share with you very importantly, right? As you study people who are successful, never lose sight on your why and your who. So that's the reason why this financial freedom blueprint is one page. You must look at it everything every day. Okay, model after them. But I want to say you have to be careful. Some people, they model to the extreme. Let me give you an example. And again, please don't be offended if let's say my examples actually like may not agree with what you're thinking of, but I just want to share what I think. I'll just be open and share what I think. Okay, Ken? So let me give you an example. I know of okay, this gentleman. Anybody know who is this gentleman? If you know, can you type down his name? He's a very famous influencer. He has millions of followers. Very successful entrepreneur. Very successful, I would say, even a speaker, online presence, everything. His name is called Gary Vee. Correct. Now, I can tell you, there are many things that I learned from him, and there are many things that I do not want to learn from him. Let me give you an example. I do have friends, right, who actually like his results because he produced results, right? He produced results like millions of followers and things like that. And then one thing that you must, okay, again, you must never lose sight on the why and who, because one thing that he does is he speaks a lot of profanity. He will say the F word, he will scold people, he will actually say that you must hustle and hustle and hustle. There's no such thing as 8-hour workday. You must work like maybe 10 hours, 24 hours. No, this is not aligned with my values. There are things that I can learn from him. There are things that I do not want to learn from him. Don't go crazy, you know. Because like sometimes, right, some people like certain celebrities, like people can sing very well. Wow, people idolize them. Don't idolize anyone. Do not do that. Don't make anyone an idol. Okay? So if you idolize them and then they start to smoke, they start to actually take drugs, you also take drugs. This is very, very silly. And they lose sight of the why and who you even follow the person in the first place. Does it make sense? Never lose sight. Be focused. Can you all please type focus? Focus on your key values. Focus on your why. And let me share with you a very a real example from what is happening. Again, with all due respect, okay, personally, I don't think you need profanity. I think that you can use certain, okay, so let me give you an example. Again, you must understand why his profanity works. His profanity works because he trigger emotions. Does it make sense? He trigger emotions, he's authentic. People feel, wow, this guy swear. That's why he's authentic. So actually what people like is not his swear word. People like the idea that he's authentic. So understand the purpose behind why they do certain things. So I can be authentic without swearing. Do you all agree? If you agree, can you all please type A? There's no need to swear, okay? And I think that I don't want my kids to actually watch me on video and see me swearing. I can say things in a way that is heartfelt, correct? So again, don't go and model every single thing. Model the principles and the thinking. Got it, huh? So this is something that I want to share. Don't really go into the extreme. Now, I share with you, right? Again, my why is time freedom in my family, correct? And for Gary Vee, he said that you need to work and work and work like crazy. You need to hustle like crazy. Obviously, I do not want to model that portion. I believe that there are better ways to do things. Now, let me show you this. As I actually travel around the world, one thing that's very interesting is as I became more and more popular, I get invited to different places, to Europe, to many places. One interesting thing is, right, my schedule became crazy. My schedule is crazy, you know. So let me just show you. This is a typical schedule of my speaking engagement. Okay. On the 29th of September, I'll be in São Paulo. Then after that, on the 6th of October, I'll be in Frankfurt. Then London, then Amsterdam, then Johannesburg, Tokyo, Dubai. You can see, every week, I must be in one city. Okay? Now, why do I even want to become an international speaker? Why do I even want to travel around the world? Actually, the truth is I want to enjoy myself, you know. You tell me like that, I can enjoy or not? If it's back to back. So I can tell you, a lot of the speakers, my fellow speakers, right, well, they are crazy, man. Okay, but by the way, I'm not saying they are right or wrong, but our purpose and our why may be different. So many of my other fellow speakers, right, after speaking finish, they straight away take the plane and then go to the next city. And then one person that I heard, right, is maybe even Tony Robbins. He's on a mission. 1 week, he can be in 3 to 5 cities at one time. Now, if that is your reason, no problem, but you don't lose sight. You don't go and just follow for the sake of following. You know what I'm saying? Again, if that is the lifestyle that you want, there's the kind of life that you say, I really want to do that. I want to impact as many people as I want in my lifetime. Go ahead. I'm not saying they are wrong. Please understand me. I'm not saying that, hey, don't follow them. No, I'm saying don't follow everything blindly. Does it make sense? Okay? Don't follow everything blindly. So, you know, when I look at the schedule and I look at all my speakers' schedule, right, it's so scary, right? And I ask them, how often do you all see your family? So because I have breakfast with them, sometimes before the speech, we are at the breakfast table. Say, hey, how often do you see your family? Then some of them tell me, I haven't seen them for about half a year to 1 year already. And some of them tell me, well, I really miss my dog at home. Then I'm thinking, wow, seriously? Then I ask this question. I say, then why do you book so many speaking engagement? Why do you actually go back to back? So if you think my schedule is packed, some of them is even worse. Mine is every week one city, right? And one different city. Some of them 1 week can be 2 cities. And I say, why are you doing this? And you know what did some of them tell me? Some of them tell me, to answer this question, they say, what choice do I have? They tell me, what choice do I have? And that got me really confused. I say, what do you mean, what choice do you have? And they say this, they say, hey, Sean, if they want to actually offer you a speaking engagement and you reject, guess what? Guess what? They are going to give it to your competitor. And then next time, they will not invite you back. So I need to secure that slot so that I will not be replaceable. You know what I'm saying? Whoa. So when the person say that, right, it triggered me and say, oh, is that true? So if I give out that slot, a competitor take over, and then I will not be up anymore. It is actually quite scary, especially if you want to be a speaker. It is something true. So in fact, right, I realized that this question, do you think this is a good question? What choice do I have? Do you think this is a good question? If it's good, type yes, type G. If it's bad, type B. Because they ask me, what choice do I have? But interestingly, right, it is a good question for me, They say, yeah, well, I should start thinking, what choice do I have? And I begin to say, I have no choice now because I'm the only speaker. So if only I got more speakers, then I got more choices. Does it make sense? So it triggered a certain thinking in me. Yes, we always have a choice, correct? VL mentioned that, So very soon, no more speaking engagement. No, actually, there is still a lot. In fact, this year, even more. During COVID, there's even more. So that's where I say I need to have more choices. That's where when anyone asks me, hey, Sean, can I become a speaker back then? Some of my students, right? Now I have choices. I have this super speaker called Glenn Ho. Anybody knows Glenn Ho? Okay, so this is a wonderful guy, right? If you love him, please type Glenn Ho. And then I created more choice. I have Rash Bin, right? So I said, hey, Rash, you go to all these countries. And for him, back then, now he has a family, and you all know that his child is coming. So now maybe he'll be not like engaging himself so much. But I created choices. We always have choice, what? You don't say, what choice do I have? And then give yourself the answer, no choice. You do not give yourself this stupid answer. You ask yourself this answer seriously. What choice do I have? Or what choices do I have? And what choices can I create? That's where I grew more and more speakers. And my business actually grew bigger and bigger. So every time they say, hey, Sean, can you go to Vietnam? Can you go to Europe? Can you go here? I say, okay, let me check with my other speakers. And I actually ask them to go. So this is amazing, Don't you all think it's even better to have a team? If you think it's better to actually create more choices and ready to be more resourceful, right? Can you all please type choices? You can always have choices on. So my point is this, as you model after successful people, be careful. Sometimes, right, not all their actions or behavior are things that you want to actually take. Never ever lose sight. It will be so silly and so stupid of me to be flying all over the world and have no time freedom with my family. And the reason why I even start all this, like speaking, learn how to make more money, to actually create investment, is so that I can have time freedom. So example, let's say you want to run a marathon. And the reason why you want to marathon is to stay healthy and lose weight. Don't go and run a marathon until you injure yourself. You injure yourself, then you forgo the why, It's like so ridiculous. Okay, guys, I don't know whether I'm going a little bit emotional now, because I've seen a lot of people lost their way. They lost their purpose because they are chasing their goals. It is going to be so weird to achieve your goals but lose your purpose. What's the point of that? Okay, Ken? So, I mean, over time, we actually built like 20 over speakers in more than 10 topics. And what I do is this. After that, right, I ask myself, hey, I need to make sure my speakers don't kill themselves. I mean, for those who knows me and work with my team, right, one thing I don't like is my team overworking. So every time, like, let's say I got event on weekend, I try to have very little support. I say, hey, no need to support me, I can do it myself. So that it can be more, they can have more break and more things now. Okay. So I make my speakers and my students put their courses online so they have more freedom. Well, some of them may not want freedom, but sometimes I want the freedom for them. Do you guys want freedom? Okay, do you guys want freedom? If you want freedom, can you all please type freedom? If you want freedom, right, tell yourself you got choice one. You don't need to work like crazy one. How can you still achieve what you want, okay, by still getting like what you're doing now? Okay, really, you don't have to work 24 hours a day. You don't have to do that. You just have to work smarter, okay, much smarter. And you all know, right, now you can see even for investing, you don't see me around already. Why? Because I have plenty of choices. In fact, I have so many choices that I'm so happy that I mean, okay, I mean, I do miss talking about investing, going for investing workshop, but I love to see people shine. I love to see people shine, okay? So should stop saying bo pian. Very good. There's no such thing as bo pian one. It's how to do it, okay? So I got all these amazing investors, amazing speakers. Frankly, some of them even better than me in speaking. So, and you see, I'll highlight what choices do we have. Now, any point in time, if any of us busy, we can take turns and do for each other. Some speakers, if they are sick, if let's say anything happened, they cannot speak already. No, you have choices. Just build up your choices, okay? Now, why am I talking about this? Okay, I'm talking about this, right? Because when we do an inspiring visual outcome, again, I want you to think of who do you need to be. Okay, so I go back to this slide. It's important to visualize who do you want to be and need to be, and then model after the important attributes of someone who has been there and done that. That is the reason why I like this guy a lot, Simon Sinek. Okay, Simon Sinek, because I think he's more well balanced. He creates impact, and he doesn't. I don't know, I don't think he uses profanity, and his values are more aligned. Okay, Do I learn from the rest? Do I learn from Gary Vee? Do I learn from other like crazy people? Do I learn from Tony Robbins? Answer is yes. But I learn from him certain aspects. There are certain aspects I keep to my why. I focus back on my purpose. Guys, is this valuable so far? If it's valuable so far, please type V for value. Okay, please type V for value. Okay, so this is very, very important. And again, those on Facebook, just help me click share because I think more people need to understand this. Otherwise, they go crazy doing things that they don't even need to do. Okay, now, so you realize we talk about goals. Okay, want to make 10,000 per month, 100,000 per month. Why do you want to do that? Never lose focus on your why. Then create inspiring visual outcome. Hey, by the way, the pictures really must have. You really must have the picture because the picture triggers the emotion. Or for those who practice visualization or in the morning, you wake up for your quiet time. For me, I wake up early in the morning, I'll read my Bible, I will be thankful, I'll visualize the thing that I want to actually achieve. And when I visualize it, right, as you visualize, think about the things that you see, the sound that you hear, make it emotional and think about who you need to be. What kind of things you need to stop doing? What kind of things you need to start doing? If you want to get six-pack, there are some things you need to stop eating, okay? There are some, maybe your coffee has to change. Instead of sugar and milk, it has to change, okay? Now, of course, can you still enjoy coffee and still get six-pack? Answer is yes. Maybe moderate it, maybe actually have alternatives. Be resourceful, no bo pian one, okay, can Bubble tea, I don't know. Bubble tea is one thing I always argue with my wife. Okay, well, you drink bubble tea, whatever 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers you run, gone already. Well, but be resourceful. Maybe there's bubble tea that is non-fattening. I don't know. You actually go for it. I don't need bubble tea. Okay. Now, so once we have these three, the goals, the why, the inspiring visual outcome. Sometimes I take away bubble tea, I will kill people. Okay. Now, the next three, right? The next four things is very, very important already. It is ready to take action. How many of you guys ready to take action? If you are ready, type action. Type action, okay? Action, very important. So now, we go into the specific planning. All this is to make ourselves ready and prepared and inspired, right? The next portion, right, I want to talk about the required resources. The required resources. And I want to share with you the mistakes of what I've done and also what many people I've seen are making. Okay, so now, you have to be aware of your resources. Okay, I realize that the box is a bit small, right? It's okay, write down the key resources. This may not be the complete resources that you need. Along the way, you realize you need other things. But whatever you know that you need but don't have it yet, write it down. Okay? For example, let's say if it's an online platform, you definitely you need somewhere to host your online course. You need maybe some music, you need whatever things, right? So these are the things you need to acquire. These are the things you need to acquire. Now, guys, I need to share with you something. These are the things all of us have. Sean, I don't have time. Nonsense. It is just how you use your time or who is control of your time. Sean, I don't have money. Okay, for some of you guys, maybe it's really true. But really, it is who is controlling your money and how you are spending your money. Okay, network. Sean, my network is very lousy. Well, if your network is lousy, go to better network. But even in a so-called not optimal network, who knows among your friends, some of them may know someone who can help you. So are you asking them? Okay. And lastly, experience. All of us has experience. Any of you 0 years old to 1 year old? Any of your babies here? No, right? If let's say you are more than 10 years old, 20 years old, you have experience. When I ask my kids, they have experience. One of my child, in fact, my child, right, they have experience hatching an egg. They have experience fishing. They've done a lot of things. It's just you sometimes downplay your experience. You don't think your experience is anything worth talking about. I've experienced getting a F9 for my art. How cool is that? I got experience getting F9 for my music. Who can beat that, man? Tell me, any of you get that or not? So all these experience are things that are your resources. Use all these resources to acquire this. The whole key thing is this. A lot of people don't achieve their goals. Again, their goals. Okay, we talk about why already because they don't know their why. It's not emotional. One reason a lot of people don't achieve their goals is because they don't have the correct or they don't have the required resources. Because once you don't have the resources, you're stuck already, correct? Now, don't be stuck. Use your existing resources to build resources. You need to build. You need to build capabilities. Can you all please type build? B-U-I-L-D. And in order to build, you need to invest. You need to invest time. You need to invest money. You need to invest your time to spend time with your network to actually build these capabilities. Building is super important. A lot of people are too lazy to build. A lot of people just hope that the resources come. No, you got to be proactive to build the resources. Okay. Now, I want to ask you something. Out of these 4 resources that we have, which one is the most important resource? Can you all please type? what do you all think is the most important resource? Based on your opinion. Again, what I say may not be true, but I say based on my own personal thinking. Just one. Some of you put network, some of you put time and money. Just one. What is the most important resource? Okay. Or Peggy say, this is a one-page summary. You can put a star and then expand to the other pages. Preferably keep them in one page, okay? That page can actually continuously update, but keep it in one page so they can see. If it's too many pages, usually people don't flip to the second page, okay? So experience, good. Network, who you know. Okay, in my opinion, this is my opinion. I think that the most important resource, right, is actually time, okay? It's actually time. So I'm supposed to circle time, okay? Now, let me explain. Because time is the only resource we cannot acquire more of. Do you realize that? Can you get more money? Answer is yes. Can you get better network? Answer is yes. Can you gain more experience? Yes. But you cannot gain more time. You all realize that or not? You cannot gain more time. So time is the only resource that is limited. So be very careful how you use your time. In fact, right, one of the mistakes of many people is they try to save money because it's the most tangible. But money is the least important resource here. Okay. Now, because through other resource, you can make more money. But it's very hard to use money to actually get the other resources. Okay. It's very hard to do it the other way. But you can do it. Example, you can use money to outsource certain things so you get more time. You can actually use money to enter certain network. Actually, like I'm trying to enter very quality network. And I want to enter network that I need to pay a lot of money. Why is that so? Because sometimes when you pay more money, right, it means that the hurdle rate is higher. It means that not everybody can afford. So only people who are very, I would say, have the right attitude will be in the network. So I want to actually use money to acquire the rest of the resource. Do you all agree that time is the most important and money is the most, I would say, usable, most investable? If you all agree, type A. But a lot of people hold on to money too tight. So, okay, I'm not taking any money from you guys. So don't worry. This one I'm just sharing with you guys because I truly believe in that. People who can spend money and time wisely are the one that can actually use even more resources. So one very funny thing, the golden rule. The golden rule is to always prioritize time. Always prioritize time. So one thing that I knew to do, right, is to, let's say you are going on to your journey of going towards your goal, right? Your goal is to make $10,000 per month using course creation. Your goal is to make 1 million using investing. Now, the next thing I need you to do, right, is to do a time audit. Time audit. Can you all please type time audit? You all know what's audit or not? Audit means you give yourself a report card, whether you are using your time correctly or not. If you are using your time wrongly, that is it. GG. Okay, time. I think my accent or pronunciation is not good. So I don't see you guys typing. I will spell for you. Time audit. Audit with a T. Time audit. Hey, do a time audit. It's very important. So let's say every week, when you do reflection, when you do journaling, ask yourself, how are you spending your time? Okay, so for example, you draw a pie chart. Okay, this amount I'm spending a time traveling. I'm spending a time doing this. I'm spending a time doing this. Then after that, right, I want you to do one more thing. Assign a value to your time. So example, I'm spending my time reading a lot of books. Okay, ask yourself, how valuable is this activity? Depending on the book. Okay, if you are reading comic books, maybe it's a $10 per hour activity, or maybe $0 per hour activity. If let's say you are touching up your website, let's say you want to create a website to sell your courses or to actually launch your business. I'm touching up my website, I'm doing WordPress. Dude, if you can actually outsource this job for $10, right, you are doing a $10 per hour activity. And if let's say, right, example, every week or every month, go and look at your time. Let's say you got 40 hours work week. You work 40 hours, okay? And you spend 10 hours doing your website, okay? Just example. You spend 10 hours doing your website, which actually you can outsource to other people. So 10 hours, let's say times $10. Per hour is only $10. It's only worth $10. Let's say when you outsource, it's $10, $20. So you are actually generating 10 times 10. You're only generating $100 that week for the activity, you know. It's a waste of your time. Okay, when you are starting out, let's say you're an entrepreneur, initially you're going to be hands-on. You're spending time not to purposely do the website, but to understand how it does. And if you understand so that you can outsource, that one is a good use of time. Does it make sense? Your time has value. Your time has value. Can you please have the dollar sign? Ask yourself. For example, if you are watching me right now for these 3 hours, how much do you think is worth? Is it a waste of your time or is it a valuable time? You must ask yourself. You must be very, very jealous and safeguard your time very, very well. It's very, very important. Time is super valuable. Okay? So invest in your time by outsourcing. Anything that you can outsource, you can pay people to do, go and do. Sometimes you need to spend time to find someone who can outsource for you. For me, I don't mind. I keep asking my team, hey, go and spend time, find video editors, go and spend time, find someone who can do this. And then we spend certain amount of money to test out different people. So we find the best. If I can find one solid guy to help me do this, wow, suddenly my time, this pie, right, is outsourced away already. I use money to buy away this. That's where I can use money to literally buy time. But you can't really buy time. You can outsource so you get more time. It's super, super important. So you spend time, okay, also invest, you can invest money for relevant experience, invest money into quality network. But the most important is time. Actually, the most classic example, I share with you the most classic example is this. This is a plane, correct? Now, let's say next time we can go for holiday. For people in Singapore, right? In Singapore, do you know that one of the maybe good places we have to go is Taiwan or Thailand? Do you know that you can walk from Singapore to Bangkok? Do you know that? Guys, do you know that? If you all know that, right, please type yes. It's very funny. Let me show you this. Oops. Okay, so this is a very important lesson that someone taught me. Okay, Google Map, Singapore to Bangkok. Okay, now do you know how long it takes us to walk there? Okay, let's see whether can or not. Singapore to Bangkok. They never put. Okay, but anyway, I was checking. You can walk from Singapore to Bangkok. You can see it's one straight line, right? It probably take you, I don't know, couple of days or maybe weeks. Okay, but if you walk there, it is free, right? It is free. If you take a plane, it's maybe 2 hours. Or is it 2 hours, 4 hours? But taking a plane need to pay money, right? But do you think it's worth it? Do you think it's worth it to pay to actually take the plane to go Bangkok? If it's worth it, please type yes. I hope you all say yes. Okay, this is logical, correct? Now, so this is a very good example of how we use money to actually buy time and also safety. Okay, so very simple. Ask yourself, how can you use money to shorten your way to somewhere? Okay, so how can you use money to shorten your way to somewhere? So sometimes to buy certain software instead of developing yourself. Sometimes it's to actually outsource, I mentioned. Now, one thing that I'm going to say this, and I say this sincerely, I hope you all don't feel that I'm trying to sell you something up, is to, if let's say you need to learn something, instead of learning yourself, go and find someone who has been there and done that and pay that person to teach you. So I actually paid a coding teacher to teach me step by step how to do it, instead of trying to figure out myself. Now, I really say this, and I really believe in education because I pay education to shorten my time. And this is a very important thing. Of course, go and find quality ones. Do you all agree? If you all agree, please type A. Super important, super important. Again, there's nothing I'm actually promoting now, but really do consider that. Do consider that. Okay, now this is from this book called 80-20 Marketing by Marshall Perry. He mentioned this, he said do a time audit. Do a time audit. So example, there's a $10 per hour kind of activities. There's $100 per hour activities. Now there's $10,000 per hour activities. What are you doing? What are you doing? If you spend a lot of time, let's say cold calling, building and fixing stuff on your website, you're just spending $10 per hour. Help lah. Please go and do things that CEO do. You're going to ask yourself lah, are you behaving like a CEO? Remember, visualize who do you need to be. If you are going to be someone who is going to be a millionaire, behave like a millionaire. What will a millionaire do? Will a millionaire go and do these kind of activities? Millionaire will think of how to outsource, correct? And start to live and behave like a millionaire. Just like what Arnold Schwarzenegger did. Even before he's a Hollywood #1 star, he think and act and behave like a Hollywood #1 star. Like, oh, I'm going to be a Hollywood #1 star. Come on, take more pictures of me. Interview me. Correct? You must behave like this. So that's very, very important. Got it? So this is something that we all need to do. Okay? Now, I want to share with you a way to compress time. Okay? How many of you want to learn a super method to compress time? If you want to learn, please type time. This is a way to achieve a lot more things in a shorter time. And this is something that I personally practice. So some people ask me, hey, Sean, how come you can do so many things? Very simple. I value time a lot. I value time so much, okay? I want to compress time. I want to become a superhuman. But actually, it's not superhuman. You just need to be a smarter human. How do you do that? There are a few techniques. There's this #1 technique called the Pomodoro technique, okay? What it means is this. You must time yourself in your tasks. You must time yourself. So for example, let's say you got a task. You say, okay, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to actually do this project. So, okay, I'm going to do this project for, let's say, 1 hour. And then, okay, you must actually plan it out. And then I'm going to take a 15 minutes break. That's where you can go and watch on Netflix and things like that. Okay, 15 minutes break. But you must set an alarm. So ready, go, ping, quickly go do. You all realize this. When we were doing exams, right, we are supposed to write an essay. So the essay need to come out by 2 hours, it will come out by 2 hours. Then after that, right, I mean, if let's say the teacher give us an essay, say, hey, you got 5 days to do, we will take 5 days to do, okay? So this Pomodoro technique, right, basically is to set a time of how long you will fund this project. 1 hour, then 15-minute break. Then 1 hour, then 15-minute break. But be very focused in that 1 hour. Can we please type the word focus? Okay, please try this out. So let's say tomorrow you got 3 things to do. Say this one I will do from what time to what time. But give yourself frequent breaks. So you time and then you chong, quickly do as fast as you can, take a break, then chong again and then take a break. Okay, this is very, very powerful. Now, another way that you can do is actually similar. It's called time boxing. This is practiced by Bill Gates, Elon Musk, Warren Buffett. Many of the very successful millionaires, billionaires says that they use this. Now, what is this about? This is actually giving yourself a fixed time for the project. What do I mean by fixed time for the project? So you tell yourself, okay, the next 3 hours, it is outcome focused. You give yourself 3 hours to achieve an outcome. Example, let's say you want to become a best-selling author, or you want to study 10 stocks, or you want to create your online course. You tell yourself, the next 3 hours, at the end of 3 hours, I will have 5 chapters of my online course created. I will study 10 stocks and have very detailed reports. I'll find 10 good stocks in 3 hours, okay? Maybe 3 hours a bit longer, okay, 2 hours. Give yourself a very fixed time frame and say, at the end of these 2 hours, by hook or by crook, I will achieve this outcome. Can you all please type outcome? You must have a very specific outcome. You must have a very specific time zone, okay, time zone. Now, this is actually Parkinson's first law. Same thing. I give you 2 hours, you must write an essay. At the end, by hook or by crook, you will come up with the essay. Now, if people give us like 5 days, end of 2 hours, we'll still be conceptualizing, we will do research, we will make ourselves another cup of coffee because we run out of inspiration. You all know, you all got this inspiration block or not? If you actually have inspiration block, do this time boxing. Now, this time boxing comes from Parkinson's first law. They say this, work expands to fill time available. Same thing. The boss give you 1 week to do project or to write this report. 1 week later, then you finish, okay? The boss say, in 2 hours, you don't give me, I'm going to sack you. You will come out with 2 hours. Now, some people will say, hey, but the quality is not good and stuff like that. Usually, that's not the case. Okay? Do you all agree? Sometimes, the project that you force yourself to do within 2 hours, right? Sometimes is higher quality than the one that is given 2 weeks to. If you all agree, type Q for quality. A lot of times, the quality is not that compromised. Even if it's compromised, it's not that significant. It's not that much. Do you all agree? So force yourself to finish that project within the time. Hey, this is super important. So what do? Okay, you actually give yourself, very simple, a specific outcome with a specific deadline. Okay, specific outcome with a specific deadline. And throughout this, right, things will change. Okay, so let me give you a very interesting example, right? Actually, this one, I don't know whether how many of you seen this before? This one was in 2019. We recorded the whole journey. It was so interesting, you know. Oops. Test. Okay, wait. I think my microphone. Testing. Okay, is it okay? Can you all hear me? Can you hear? Okay, great. Now, this is such an interesting thing that happened. If you all know about this event, can you all write 10K? 10K means $10,000. Now, for those who don't know, let me just tell you about this story. Okay, it is super interesting. Okay, I will not show you all the video. There's a video here. You all can go and search for me. Oh, why would you all search for me in October, right? 2019. Now, at that point in time, it was very funny. We were doing a marketing campaign. And then my marketing manager, Rachel, she said, hey, Sean, we are going to actually do a campaign to say that you can make money, you can make $10,000 in 10 days. When she tell me $10,000 in 10 days, I said, hey, this is a scam, you know. Okay, so Rachel said, okay, ask me to do a video, how to make additional $1,000 a day or $10,000 in 10 days. I said, hey, I don't know whether that's possible. I told her I don't know whether it's possible. And then she challenged me. She said, hey, you are the one who said that anything is possible. And I said, wow, that's true. For me, I did say that. Then I need to think of how to compress time, correct? So very interestingly, I gathered five of my friends. So four plus one. 4 of my friends plus myself. And then you guess what happened? I told them, hey, are you up for the challenge or not? We do a challenge and then we must show our account, show everything okay? So can you make $10,000 in 10 days? Every day you must show the account from starting from 0 all the way to $10,000, okay? So can you all make a guess? At the end of 10 days, how many of us actually achieve $10,000? At the end of 10 days. out of 5 of us, can you make a guess? Just right. There's 5 of us. How many of us actually achieve 10 days almost using nothing? Okay. Some of you very smart. You saw 3 out of 5. Okay. Actually, 4 of us make it. One of us make 9,997. So left $3, which I still consider a pass, right? 9,997. That one was Angel. Very funny. Okay. You guess what? Only one of us didn't make it. Only one person didn't make it. But there's a lesson behind this. There's a lesson behind this. So, but I want to share with you, the rest of us, 4 of us, 4 out of 5, they use literally, I think less than $100. They use less than $100 to make $10,000. Okay, I want to say that it is possible. It's proven. Later, I'll show you step by step. Again, for those who miss it. But I want to give a warning. Can I give a warning? I want to warn that time boxing doesn't work for investing. Because investing, there is an element of being patient and time. So for those who are investors, can you all please type I? I for investing, I for me, I for saying as you. So please take note. I do not want investors to rush in and say, oh, wow, Sean told me that I can make 10,000 in 10 days. Let me go and whack it and stuff like that. I mean, of course, it depends on the capital and stuff like that. But not everything can be done. So out of the 5%, right, only one person didn't make it, which is me, which is Sean Xia. Because Sean Xia tried to use investing to make 10,000 in 10 days. In fact, when I try to hurry in making money in investing, guess what? When I try to hurry and make money fast in investing, right, guess what? I lost money. I began to lose money. So okay, Warren Buffett said this. No matter how great the talent or effort, some things, okay? And when we talk about some things, right, investing is one of them. Okay? Another thing that needs to take time, some things need to take time, okay? So for entrepreneurship, for certain things, you can time squeeze, you can compress time, you can make things happen. But for investing, you need to take time. He said this, you cannot produce a baby in 1 month by getting 9 women pregnant. Do you all agree? If you all agree, please type W for Warren Buffett, okay? So these are things that, that's why I want to make sure that, I know that a lot of you guys are investors. I need you to understand, investing takes time. You cannot hurry and try to make good investment results. You cannot do that. If you're an entrepreneur, can you do that? Answer is yes. Because you can compress things. There are more things that's within your control. Got it? Okay? So this is something I need to say. But for the rest of you guys, you can make 10,000 in 10 days. You can make 10,000 in 10 days. Okay? Later I show you some very interesting stories. Okay? So anyway, coming back to this. We set goals. We talk about why. We have a inspiring visual outcome. Can I ask you guys to do this? You need to set aside time every single day. You need to set aside time every single week. Every single week. How many of you are committed to setting aside time and within that 1 hour have very specific outcome? If you are committed to setting aside at least 1 hour a day or maybe a few hours a week, right? Can you please type the time where you will set that 1 hour? Example, you can put 5 a.m. You can put 7 p.m. You can put 3 p.m. But you need to set aside the time. Can you please type the time that you'll set aside for that 1 hour? Either a week or a day, okay? So can you all please type, I don't want you to type time, I want you to type the specific time. Is it 5 a.m.? Okay, some of you may not want to do that. Is it 2 p.m.? Maybe after lunch, you can set aside time, go to your room. If you can, write down even the location where you set aside time. It's so important. This is so important. 7 a.m. Great. So this is something that you must do. So for me, my life changed, right? Really a lot is when I begin to set aside time to really work on my dreams. When I work on my dream, that's where I can gather more resources and build even more. Okay, Kenna? So I want to, okay. So now the next thing I want to say is this. So after we talk about resources, and resource is one most important thing is how we use our time, how we use our money. The next thing is obstacles. Okay, I need you all to know this. Things will happen. You cannot climb a smooth mountain. If we are going to climb out and achieve something great, right? Nonsense will happen. Problems will happen. Issues will happen. Obstacles will occur. Okay? I want you to type this thing called overcome. You're going to embrace obstacles and overcome all these obstacles. Too many people have too unrealistic expectation. You set a goal. You say, I want to become a millionaire. I want to buy this stock, and the stock will keep going out straight line one. It will go out straight line, then hit $1 million. Come on, it's unrealistic. So you expect it to be that way. When the stock price drops, you say, hey, how come like that? Then you get scared and you get out of the stock market. So for those who want to do entrepreneurship, you want to launch your first online course, you want to make $1 million, then how come only make $50? How come only make $100? How come when I post a Facebook, nobody like? They say, yeah, that didn't work already. Dude, all this is part and parcel of going up the mountain. Do you all agree? Okay, do you all agree? So you must have very clear mindset that obstacles will come. In fact, the bigger your goal, you want to become a millionaire, you will have to overcome some obstacles. You want to become a billionaire, right? The kind of obstacles you have to overcome is different. Okay, but embrace them, because this is the fun part. Come on. If you take an escalator up the mountain, and not fun already. You're going to climb the mountain. You're going to overcome all this. I want to actually encourage you guys to do that. So now, I want to share with you, right, some obstacles to overcome. I want to identify a few for you, but I want you to know from the start that there will be obstacles. There will be. It is not a matter of how to avoid. It's a matter of getting prepared. You must be prepared. Can you all please type prepared? Means that in your mind you say, come on, whatever enemy they want to come, I want to fight the last king, I want to go and achieve that. There will be things that come on. Just ask them to come. Come and be prepared. Okay, be prepared. So this is something that I want you guys to really take note of. There are two things that I want to identify for you. There's obstacles for a lot of people. Number one is time stealers. Remember I told you time is the most important resources. Number two is dream stealers. Wow, this is very scary, guys. Super scary. Now, the number one time stealer. Remember we say we want to set aside time. We need to invest time on. We need that. We need to invest time. We need to invest money. But guess what is the number one time stealer now? Can you all type in and tell me, what do you think is taking away a lot of your time? And when I say taking away a lot of your time, is these things, right? They do not add value to your goals. Facebook, Korean drama, Netflix, sleep, 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 need to sleep, but too much sleep, then cannot. Hey, by the way, very high performers, they also regulate their sleep. A lot of them, they sleep early. We sleep early and we have good, proper sleep, okay? Dreaming, okay, social media, TV, great. So yes, you all notice this already, So one of the number one time stealer is Netflix. Okay, guys, I am not asking you to give up on Netflix. Why? Because I'm a shareholder. Okay, never mind. But I want to share with you this. Now, for Netflix, right? I want you to be aware, is this sucking away too much of your time? Now, if you use Netflix to relax or to be inspired, watch certain documentary, then it is useful for your time. Now, if you really like to watch certain shows that doesn't add value to your life, don't need to give up one. Ask yourself, how can you still watch this show and still actually have more time? Ask yourself that. Number one thing you can do, example, you just want some entertainment or stuff like that. Instead of Netflix, you can listen to podcasts. I love to listen to podcasts. How many of you listen to podcasts? If you listen to podcasts, please type POD, or maybe you can type the favorite podcast that you like. Now, podcast, right? Okay, so instead of getting myself entertained using Netflix, sometimes I use podcasts. When I'm jogging, I use podcasts. Okay, another thing that I do is I need to, okay, not say I need to lah. I love to watch Netflix. I mean, my team members know, how come this guy watch so many shows on? Very simple. I watch the show together with some other activities. Example, I watch the show together with my family. So I spend family time, we talk about it. Of course, can my family go and listen to podcasts also? Can lah, but after a while, my kids won't like me a lot, correct? So I know that one thing is a time freedom with my family. So I try to stack up the things. What I like to do with my family, I do together. Example, can I exercise together with my family? I do two things at one time. Can I do some entertainment with my family? Can I actually watch Netflix while I'm jogging on the treadmill? You see, you must be creative and be resourceful. So since I'm going to exercise anyway, I watch my Netflix, then I don't need to watch my Netflix later already. And because I don't watch my Netflix late at night, I can wake up early. I have more time to actually build my dreams. This is important. Make sense or not, guys? Your Korean drama, please continue to watch. Recently, my wife is watching this Uncanny Encounter. So I don't watch it. So I asked her to tell me the story. So I listened to her and I think it's interesting, right? Okay. So we study billionaires and business war. Another few podcasts I like is Masters of Skills and how I build this. There's many good podcasts, okay? So please go and do that. Can use video controller to speed up the video playing. Also can. Yeah, that's what my wife does. So she watched the video 1.5 times or something like that. Sometimes then it's quite funny, but it's okay. Depends on you, okay? But if you need to have a break, learn to have a break as well. So there's a very important principle called a Sabbath. Sabbath means you must rest. You don't forget to rest. Don't need to work 7 days a week. I don't believe in that. In fact, I hate that. I hate overworking. After a while, you get burnt out. You get more, then you don't have time freedom. It doesn't make sense, okay? So be regulator of your time. Okay, now, the second thing, so one thing is time stealer, right? The second thing is quite scary. It's called dream stealer. Dream stealer. We got to be prepared for dream stealer. Now, once you say you want to achieve a goal, once you say that you want to actually like overcome certain things, right? Not everyone is going to support you. Agree? Not everyone is going to support you. Agree, type A. Okay, just type A. In fact, many people are not going to be on your side. And the reason is because they can never understand your brilliance. Just like my art teacher gave me F9 because she cannot understand that I'm the next Leonardo, you know. My wisdom is beyond her. I'm just kidding. Maybe my art really sucks and I improve along the way. Okay. But you must understand, not everybody is going to support and understand you. So I want to share with you this very powerful story that impacted me a lot. Hey, by the way, this is one of my favorite story. Y'all can search about this guy called Viktor Serebryakov. Okay. Now, this gentleman, right, at the age of 34 years old, he was doing odd job for a living. Odd job means helping to wipe the floor, helping to change the light bulb. So is this considered a very good career? Answer is no. Answer is no. Now, imagine at 34 years old, I don't know how old are you guys. For me, I'm 40 years old this year and I still have big dreams. Brian Tracy, I met him when he was like 70 plus and he's still like aiming for big goals. But at 34 years old, if you are wiping the floor, if let's say your report card is F, if your financial freedom is in desperation, listen to this guy's story. It's very, very amazing. Real story. You all can go and search on him. Now, 34 years old, he was like a janitor, wiping the floor, doing odd jobs, doing a proper job. You know why? It's because when he was 17 years old, right? Okay, his teacher, right, told his parents and told him and said that, I don't think you're going to make it in life. Look at your report card. You're not going to make it in school. You're not going to get a good degree. They call him, I don't know how to pronounce this. Basically, he's an idiot. Say that you're an idiot, you're quite stupid. I don't know whether they use the word stupid. I don't really know how to pronounce this. I don't use this on people. Is it a deuce or something like that? Okay, so basically, you're not going to make it. So now, you know what he did? So at 17 years old, he quit school. He listened to his teacher and he quit school. Because he said, yeah, if the teacher says so, the teacher must be correct. And back then, right, you must know that in his era, he already passed away already. At his era, the teacher has a lot of authority. And when someone with so much authority tell you that you're not going to make it, right, maybe you will listen, right? And he quit school and he started to actually find ways to make money, which is doing odd jobs. So what happened is this. He continued to do odd job, right, until 34. How many years is that? 17 years, right? Oh, yeah. So for 17 years, interesting, 17. For 17 years, he was doing odd jobs, cleaning the floor, cleaning light bulb. And somehow, at the age of 34, there's different versions of it. There's different versions of the story. I don't know which one is exactly the most accurate one. He was asked to take an IQ test. He was asked to take an IQ test. I think it's either in his job or in the military or something like that. Okay? And in the IQ test, right, his results are, okay, I cannot remember the number correctly. It's actually 180 something. I think 180 something or 160 something. Do you all know what does it mean? With an IQ of 180 something, right, this guy is a genius, This guy is a genius. So last time there's this IQ test and for you to get to Mensa, I don't know whether you heard of Mensa. I heard for you to get to Mensa, you need 120. This guy is way beyond Mensa. So he's not an idiot, no. He's a genius. But you know what's the sad thing? Okay, but subsequently, he actually became the head of Mensa. He built Mensa into a 100,000 member organization. He started business. He started to become, I read on records, he became very rich. He has patents. He invents things. And then he became like a super successful guy, But you know what's the scary thing, guys? For 17 years of his life, from 17 years old to 37 years old, right, he was acting like he couldn't do all this. He acted like he has no talents, And why? Because someone told him, hey, I think you're an idiot. And he chose to believe. So he acted like an idiot for 17 years. He made money. Okay, sorry, I'm not saying that janitor is a bad job, but he could have done a lot more, but he didn't. He wasted 17 years of his life because he didn't know that he was a genius. Guys, I want to tell something. I super, super strongly believe that some of you here are sleeping on skills and talents that can make you a millionaire. I super strongly believe. In fact, I've seen so many like potential millionaires, people who are more talented and more skillful than me, behaving like so-called idiots or sleeping. They don't dare to use their talents and skills. So I got one advice for you. And I know that many of you here, right, your talents, right, I mean, just the beginning of the show, I asked you guys this: do you think I'm an A student or F or C student or F student? You all think that I'm an A student, but I'm not. I'm not an A student, and my results don't show I'm an A student. But the truth is, I got skills and talents that I never use. A lot of you are doing that, so I got a very strong advice from you, and the advice is this: wake up. You gotta wake up. You gotta stop sleeping. So you gotta start behaving like a talented person. The lack of confidence and all that is so annoying. You behave like, yeah, no lah, I don't think I can make it. It's so annoying. Okay. So how many of you guys are ready to wake up? If you are ready, please type me. Okay, please type me. Seriously, when I was in secondary school, I truly believe I'm not going to make it in life. Okay. Again, I don't want to blame my teacher. I'm not saying my teacher is making me bad. All that. In fact, my teacher actually has a lot of heart. I remember this teacher who actually wrote this comment. She cried in the class, because saying, how come you are like that? She has a lot of passion, a lot of heart. But my results, and what people tell me make me really believe I'm not going to make it in life. I'm not joking with you guys. This one, I don't know whether my wife can verify. But after the A levels, I thought I'm going to fail. I believe that I'm not going to make it. I was reading through the classified ads in the newspaper, looking for a job after my A levels. I don't think I'm going to go to university already. Maybe I'm going to become a data entry clerk, which is not, no, with all due respect, it's a decent job. But I thought that was my level. I thought that that's it. I would never believe that I'm going to become like a millionaire or have entrepreneurship, build businesses, make millions in the stock market. Okay. All it took, right, was for one person to believe in me. And that was my wife. So my wife, my girlfriend back then, she believed in me. She believed in me so much that I don't even know why she believed in me. Okay. Maybe she's giving herself a certain hope that this guy is going to make it. But because she believed in me, right, I started to believe in myself. I want to tell this. I sincerely say this. I truly believe in you. I know that when I'm talking like this, right, I want you to know I'm really talking to you. I really believe in the potential of humans, It's just that I'm a little bit frustrated at how humans can be so annoying that you don't believe in yourself. I really believe in you. If you go and do insurance and you cut away your hand, right, maybe one hand is worth $1 million. Okay, people maybe spoil one finger or what. If your hand is worth 1 million, imagine your two hands add up together, your leg add up together, your brain add up together. How much is it worth? If you are worth 10 million or 100 million, don't behave like you are worth, let's say, $10 per hour. Don't do that. I believe in you guys. Okay. So I do hope that you really believe in yourself. Okay. It's not I hope. I want you to believe in yourself. Can you please type, I am worth billions? Type, I am worth billions, and type it out and truly believe in it. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't say this to you, every single person of you face to face like that. But really, I'm talking to you. I'm really talking to you. Okay. So this is something that I seriously want you to understand that. Okay. So guys, really do wake up. Do wake up. And when you wake up, right, behave like a millionaire. Again, what are we talking about? We are talking about obstacles to overcome. One biggest obstacle to overcome is yourself. It's your own belief that you cannot make it. Okay. So don't be your own dream stealer. Don't do that. Okay. And I want to share with you, right, when you are resourceful enough, you can overcome and create a lot more things. So I want to share with you this story. This is the very powerful story. The 10 days, 10K challenge. $10,000 in 10 days. Now, and I want to share with you one person who inspired me a lot. This lady, anybody know who is this lady? If you know, you can type her name. Okay. So what happened is this. She's one of the contestants in the $10,000 in 10 days challenge. And her name is called Mrs. B. Yes, her name is called May. So I hide the name so that I don't tell people who is it, to create a bit of curiosity. So this is day one. At the end of day one, right, Mrs. B make $50. She launched and then she make $50. Launch a course, launch a eBay. Yeah, she make $50. Now, this is so funny. Okay, so at the end of day two, okay, she make $50. You can see, end of day two, she make $140. Suddenly, the rest of them, okay, this is some of them is Glenn Ho and stuff like that, make 5,000, 2,000, 1,000. And by the way, all these are verified. They actually video the screenshot, show me the bank account, show me their Teachable account. So it's verified one. Mr. W still make $0. Okay. So you can see, they actually show all the account. So Glenn Ho say he want to use make $10,000. Okay, these are the names. Miss H, May. Okay. So what happened is this. By day three, 23rd of October. So it's supposed to be from 21st of October to 30th of October. Okay, 10 days. It's very interesting, this whole entire story. So by day three, right, someone already make, okay, done, 10K in 3 days. See, it's possible one. And by the way, using almost zero money. Using a bit of money, maybe to advertise or things like that. Okay, using almost zero money. So Glenn Ho was making, I think was making about 7,000K. So May, right, very funny. May actually wrote this, Dialer, I don't think I can hit 10K. Now, it is okay to feel down. It is okay. But you must be prepared. You know that sometimes you'll feel down one. When you feel down, when you think you cannot make it, go back to your goals, go back to your why, go back to your vision, go back to your resources, pour back onto your resources, and know that you have to overcome this obstacle. Okay, so when I saw her type that, this one is on the 23rd of October, so I felt a little bit concerned. I said, oh no, because we were going to show our account and things like that. I also don't want her to be like discouraged, so I messaged her. So on the 24th, I messaged her. I saw the message, I said, hey May. She said, yes, Sean. So I asked her, what are the things you sell on eBay? Let me help you think. She said, oh, mainly household item. I tried selling furniture, not selling. The fast selling one are low products. So we begin to brainstorm. I said, what is the most expensive? So it's very interesting. So begin to brainstorm. Begin to actually continue to don't give up. You must overcome. So I asked, what's the highest margin? So she said, oh yeah, most electrical items. So this is very funny. So screenshot, she said, sales are very irregular. How about e-scooters? So now when you brainstorm, when you never give up, when you keep asking questions, ask good questions to overcome obstacles. Can you all please type good questions? The quality of the questions affect whether you overcome or not. So some people say, oh, yo, how come like that one? Why am I so unlucky? Why is it that I don't have time to for my family? Why is it that I'm not smart enough? If you ask this kind of question, why is it I'm not smart enough? You will get answers like, oh, because maybe your genes is not good, or because you eat the wrong food. You see, when you ask this kind of why am I not smart enough? Why am I so stupid? Then you confirm that you're stupid. No, instead ask, how can I overcome this? How can I be smarter? How can I achieve my goals? How can I actually tap on the resources I have? Ask good questions, okay? So I keep asking, hey, how about e-scooter? How about this? How about that? Go back to fundamentals. And I say, search for trending items. So never give up, keep asking. And then I ask, is there anything you can at home that you can sell? So keep asking. And then something funny happened. As you keep asking questions that drive you towards the direction, she said, okay, I'm selling my home. So it's quite funny. So she said, I'm going to give up already. She said, maybe I sell my home, I can make 10,000 in 10 days, which is true, but it's not sustainable. Then I say, how about sell one of your kidneys? I mean, I was just joking. I was just joking. And then she replied, you gave me an idea. So this is after I said, sell one of your kidneys. I got a bit worried. I say, okay. I say, seriously, you want to sell your kidneys? Now, so this is what happened. By day seven, right, two of them crossed the 10,000 mark, which is not May, which is actually the ladies are catching up, which is May and Angel. So by day seven, she makes 6,500. Remember, she's making a few hundred, and then now she showed us the video, she makes 6,500. And then you can see by the eighth day, okay? Okay, no, this one is 9 day. By day number 9, yes, she completed her $10,000 in 10 days. So it is possible. How she did it, you can go watch a video and stuff like that. I invited her on stage. We showed the account. She showed exactly how she did it. By day 8 is 9,697. But you can see, it is the whole idea of overcoming. Okay, but let me share with you guys. How many of you want to know how she made 10,000 in 10 days? How many of you want to know? If you want to know, please type overcome. Please type overcome. I can share with you how she made 10,000 in 10 days. It's so interesting, you know. Now, let me share with you what happened. The whole thing is this. For May, right, you can actually watch a YouTube as well, but let me share with you the secret since you guys are here. And she shared on the stage what happened. Now, on day 1, day 2, day 3, right, you can see that she made $50. She actually sold things on eBay. You all heard about eBay, correct? So that point in time, right, in October, it was actually Halloween. So she sold things on eBay about Halloween hats, Halloween dress. So she sell them, and whenever someone wants to buy, she will buy it from another website and then give it to them. It's called drop shipping. So someone order from eBay, she will go to maybe China website to buy and then send to them. However, the sales is actually a bit slow. You can see about $50, day 2, $140. So it's a little bit slow. So by day 3, right, she's thinking, wow, I'm not going to make it. Okay, I'm not going to make it. If every day I make a few hundred, the most at 10 days, I'll make maybe $1,000. Okay, so that's where she must think outside the box. So remember here, when I told her, sell one of your kidneys or sell anything you can sell at home, okay, she said, I gave her an idea. Actually, I didn't give her any idea. All I did was keep asking her question, correct? She came out with a super brilliant idea. Instead of selling items on eBay, okay, you guess what she sold? She sold services. And there's the time, right, guys? It's very important. Let me show you what happened. Because, right, for May, she used to be a real estate agent, okay? So she has And one of her resources, one of her existing resources is, one thing is network. Remember, I told you guys network. Network is very important. So what she did was this. Oh, where's the part that I'm writing? Okay. So what kind of services did she sell? She knows that real estate agents, they like to do video, correct? Because they like to showcase the house. But a lot of them, right, after shooting the video, the editing is a pain. Video editing is very painful. So what she did was this. She actually, okay, I shouldn't tell you exactly the whole entire trick, okay? But she actually sell package. She went to the she went to the real estate agents, okay, the real estate agents, right, and told them this, guys, would you like to buy a package for video editing? If I edit one video for you, it's maybe $200. If you buy maybe 10 now, you can pay me $2,000. So she sold packages for video editing. But you know what's the cool thing? The cool thing is this. She used the principles of drop shipping. So just like how she sell the items, she sold Halloween stuff, but the stuff is not her. She doesn't have the stuff at home. When people want to buy, she actually buy from another website to send to them. Got it? Now, for video editing, she did the same. She went to real estate agents and they bought packages from her. They said, "Whoa, I want to do video editing." She said, "If you buy from me now, you can get a huge discount." And then she collected money from them. And whenever they want her to edit videos, she will outsource. Guys, outsource. So she will go to websites and then she will test out which video editors are good. And then she will outsource and pay them a much lower price. Because, I mean, these guys, they are trying to actually get people to hire them for video editing, but they don't know where to find customers. These customers, the real estate agents, they want to find video editors, but they don't know where to find. So she become like a middleman and she outsourced. So in the end, right, what she does is she sold the package, she make $10,000, and she turned this whole entire concept called drop service. Do you guys think that this is a brilliant idea? If you think it's a brilliant idea, the key thing is this. She overcome it. She become resourceful. Can you all please type resourceful? So a lot of times, right, it is not the lack of resources, it's becoming resourceful, becoming creative. And I can tell you, do we have a template to become resourceful? Very simple. You just never give up. You just overcome and keep asking yourself, how can I achieve this? How can I achieve this? And how can I achieve this? So eventually, right, she make $10,000, okay? And I can tell you this, whatever that she learned, she turned it into an online course, okay? She turned it into an online course. And then again, she built her online course so big. You can see her ultimate dropshipping course make $9,000, $10,000, right? In fact, she makes so much money from her online course. She's actually doing this almost full time already. So last year alone, now she's one of our superstars. We like to feature her a lot because she embodies the spirit of never giving up, having a clear goal, having a strong reason. By the way, she has a strong reason for doing all this. Instead of becoming a real estate agent, she wants to actually spend time at home. So she wants to automate all this, create her online course. She has a vision. She is resourceful. She overcome. And you can see last year alone, she make about, I don't know, 40 over thousand, 23 over $1,000 through her online course. In fact, she made more than $100,000 last year in 2020. Remember, initially, she was just making $50 a day, $100 a day. She was struggling. But once she overcome, right, you will grow to go to the next level. Can you all please type TNL? TNL stands for the next level. But how do you reach the next level? You must test and learn and overcome. Test and learn and overcome. It's so inspiring, you know. We even invited Michelle Chong to give her a prize. So this is something that all of us, we must actually understand. Got it so far? Okay, so let me just do a quick recap. For us to achieve our goals, we need to have goals, we need to have why, we need to have a visual outcome. We need to know who we want to be. We need to set aside resources and keep building resources. We need to know that we have to overcome obstacles. All these are actually not just a plan, but a mindset, an attitude towards getting what you want. Super important, okay? Now, 2 more steps, and these 2 steps are going to be super fun, super amazing fun, okay? So, what are the 2 steps? Let me go to the next step. It's called milestones. And again, there are ways to create correct milestones. So, if you don't do it correctly, sometimes you may give up or things like that. So, let's go to milestones. I have a certain key rules for milestones. So, what are the few milestones? Now, when you write down milestones, example, your milestone is to make $10,000 a month, right? Through either investing or through online course or through businesses, or you want to make $1 million. I want you to write down the final 2 milestones. The final 2 milestones. So just now you all wrote your key goal, correct? The final milestone is your goal. Just now you all write your goals for me. I want you to write what must happen just before your goal. So example, you break it down, okay? You want to make $10,000 a month. Before you hit $10,000 a month, very likely you must hit $9,000 a month. Okay, just one step before a milestone. Can you all please help me write down in the chat group? Think about your goals. Otherwise, I keep talking. So go and write down for me your final goal. Just before a final goal, what is one step, the final step before achieving a goal? Okay, think through. For example, you want to finish a marathon. Just before the marathon, you must run maybe at least 30 over K, right? 12K a month, okay, 45,000 a month, $45,000 USD. Before you hit maybe 50,000, correct? So have a small milestone before you hit the final milestone. This is very important, okay? So this is how we build the whole entire milestone plan. But I can share with you guys this. You know what's the interesting thing? The interesting thing is, right, most of the plan after we write down, right, will not work exactly one. It will not work exactly. This has been proven over and over again. Just like a pilot, they have a map. They want to reach from one point to another point. They are flying the plane. They have a map on how to follow. Most of the time, right, the plane is 90% off course, 90%. They have to readjust, but you need a plan. Got it? Okay. So again, write the final 2 milestones. The next thing is this. Write the first 2 milestones. The first 2. But before you write, this one very important. This one is super important. Before you write the first 2 milestones, make sure that the first 2 milestones are super, duper achievable. It is so easy to achieve that you almost want to laugh. Got it? It must be super, duper achievable. Example, if you want to make $10,000 a month, start by making $10 a month. What is this, Sean? It's a waste of my time. No, it is a way to trick yourself to make sure you get into the game. So can you all write down the first 2 milestones? I want to start by making $1 a month or maybe $10 a month. Make it so simple that you want to laugh at it. Let me explain to you why. Now, it's very simple. If you all play any games before, okay, this game, I don't know what game is this. It's too old for me. No, I'm just kidding. It's called Super Mario, correct? Or if you all play any handphone games, let me ask you, the first 3 to 5 stages, right? Are they easy or are they difficult? Are they easy to achieve or difficult? Easy type E, difficult type D. Super easy until you think it's a waste of your time. No, but you don't feel, but you realize, right, when you play games, you don't feel it's a waste of time. You feel a sense of accomplishment. Yes, I can win. You must feel that you can win. Otherwise, you give up too easily, correct? So that's the whole thing. The first few stages, you must keep making it very, very, very easy. Okay, super, duper easy. Okay, so same thing. Okay, let me share with you one inspiring case study. I like to use this guy a lot because this guy is he really embodies the whole spirit of achieving any goals. Okay, so this guy is called Glenn Ho. I think you all know Glenn Ho, correct? When he first wanted to become a public speaker, trainer, he wanted to do his online courses and things like that, correct? So he asked me. Actually, he set very big goals. I love this guy. When he actually talk about setting goals, right? He will set goals in terms of like becoming making millions, making 10 million. He will tell me, he said, in next 3 years I want to hit 10 million. How to achieve? Don't know. Okay, doesn't matter. But he set a big goals. Now, after setting a big goal, right, he also understands that we need to break it down to small goal. So after that, right, he launched his first online course. And by the way, this later I show you his results. So you can see his first stage. What should be the first stage to make yourself feel like you're winning? Same thing. As you listen to his story, write down your first milestone. And the first milestone must be super duper easy. Can you write down your first milestone? Super first milestone. Make yourself win. You must make yourself win. Okay, got it? If you don't make yourself win, the first milestone so difficult. Gone case already. Let's say you want to lose weight. You don't go and aim to lose 10 kg initially, correct? Maybe lose 100 grams, lose something, point something, and you see it happening, you feel happy. Actually, you just lose sweat. You cut your hair, maybe you lose the 100 grams already. But you can make it happen. Make it so easy to happen. So Glenn, right, when he first launched his first online course ever on investing, I mean, you guys know, right, now he's quite a big investment influencer. I want to bring you back in time to the point where nobody knows who is Glenn Ho. You can see there's only 100 people liking it because it's a new page. So what he did was, he launched his online course, how to make money safely from stock market, right, for only $19.90. So very simple. Our key goal, right, back then is just to sell one, just to make $10. If you can make $10, is it considered success? Guys, let me ask you, if you can make a one course, which is actually $19.90, if you can make $19.90, is it considered success? Yes or no? Can you type yes or no? Okay, Y for yes and for no. It is a success. But too bad a lot of people don't play that way. A lot of people, you force yourself to say, hey, I need to make a 1 million, then consider successful. Very hard to play the game, you know. First time you play Super Mario, you're going to fight the last king. How to win? Okay, it's very difficult to win. Okay, so give yourself chance to win. So in fact, right, when he launched the course, well, people start to buy. In fact, you can see the first launch, he already made $800. Super, super duper success. They say, hey, Sean, you're aiming for $10, you make 800. It's considered super success. Then you can go and what's the next step? When you hit the goal, what do you do, guys? What is important? Once you hit the goal, what do you do? Once you hit your first milestone, the first thing you must do is to celebrate. Go and actually reward yourself. Celebrate. Really, guys, it's very silly, correct? So example, you want to lose weight, correct? You lose 100 grams. Then you celebrate by eating a buffet. I'm just kidding. You celebrate by maybe, I don't know. Yeah, you can treat yourself a bit, but don't go and eat a buffet. You go and reverse cycle, right? You don't celebrate by going and spending $10,000 to fly overseas for a tour, correct? Celebrate in style with a certain thing matching to your results. So if you make $800, maybe take half, give to charity, do something that you like, make yourself feel happy that you win, okay? So you can see, now, after you celebrate, once you achieve your first milestone, just now remember, it's $10 per month, remember or not? Let me explain now. This is a very important step. Guys, super important, because you got to continue to motivate yourself to move on. So initially it's $10, and then after that $100. Suddenly, this guy go and launch. When he launched, he already hit 800. So what do you do? You must set the next two milestones. You must always see the next two milestones. Okay, so sometimes you can't see the $10,000 a month. Very scary, right? You still have a visual outcome of what this $10 can give you. You still have a visual outcome on how you should behave, but always give yourself the next milestone that is very achievable. Got it so far? The milestones is a way to gamify things. Make it like a game. Can you all please type game or gamify? Make it like a game that you can win. Don't let yourself get stuck. Let yourself get stuck, then you don't play already. Got it, Humans are like that one. Okay, move to the next level. Good. So now, so you can see, Glenn Ho, you know, initially he make $800 over. Now easily, every time he launch, he make $10 over $1,000. Where is it? You can see he make $10 over $1,000 when he launch. So after that, you make $10 over $1,000, then you hit the next milestone and the next milestone and the next milestone. Now, I want to share something. If you hit your goals earlier, I hit $10,000 a month already. Initially, it's supposed to be 31st December, but actually in June, I already hit. So what do? Very simple. You have to set another achievable milestone, because maintenance is difficult one. Do you all agree with me? For those who try to lose weight before, initially we try to lose weight, we lose 2 kg, 3 kg, 5 kg. Then we hit our ideal weight. Once we hit our ideal weight, right, we try to maintain, very difficult, we bounce back. You all realize that? Anybody experience this? If you experience this, type me. So maintenance is very difficult. You try to go for progression, aim for the next level. So actually, even for me, if you all know, I've been doing this One Punch Man workout, I lose weight, get an ideal body. After that, maintaining is very difficult. It becomes a bit boring. So I actually have a very crazy goal, but I will not tell you guys this goal. Maybe during my birthday this year, I will show you guys what was my goal and how I'm working towards it. This goal is a crazier than One Punch Man workout, okay? And I'm actually working on it because it's fun. It's fun to go for progression. Can you all please type TNL? TNL stands for the next level. Always aim for the next level. Then it's fun. You can't play the same level where got fun, okay? So aim for the next goal. So you can see Glenn Ho already made 10,000. So what did he do? He actually aimed for the next goal. And I think some of you know, actually, he even got the 2 Comma Club. USD 1 million in 1 year. Is that possible? We did it in teamwork, but you can achieve 1 million in 1 year. Remember, initially it's just $10, then $100, then 10,000 in 10 days, then 1 million in 1 year. And he achieved already. So what's next? What's next? The next one is, how about we try to aim 1 million in 1 month? Okay, by the way, guys, while we are achieving all these goals, also don't forget one very important thing. In the end, we want to achieve all these goals. There is a certain reason, and it's called the why, correct? Don't forget the why. Don't go and keep chasing goals until you forget the why. But we have a strong why now. And your why maybe will expand along the way. Initially, maybe time freedom for a family. Then the next thing, maybe you want to change the world in a certain way. So there's this thing called Maslow's hierarchy. Your why, your motivation may also increase. Okay. So how about 1 million in 1 month? We also achieve it. So last year, 2020, we achieved it in May, we achieved it in April. So what should be the next goal? Can you all guess? What should be the next goal? The next goal is, right, can we make others achieve also? There will be fun one. If we just achieve ourselves, it's quite boring. How many of you want to achieve 1 million in 1 year? If you want to do that, can you all please type 1 mil, 1M, 1M? Okay. I want to actually see more millionaires, you know. It's going to be, to me, it's very fun. It's like, actually, to me, after a while, you make 1 billion for what? I don't see the purpose of making so much money anymore, but I want to see a lot more people make it. I think to me, that's fun. Okay. So it must be fun. It must be motivating. To me, it's like a game. Okay. So that's where we want to progressively aim to actually help people do the next level. And then a lot, okay, I want to share with you a very funny thing. Every time, last time when I go and do a sharing of investment, sharing of how to make money through online courses, through speaking, right? People ask me this question. I don't know whether you all heard of this question before. People ask me, Sean, if you are so successful, why are you teaching people? Anybody heard of this question before? If you heard of this question before, right, can you help me put a question mark? A question mark as you heard of this question. If you are so successful, why are you teaching? I don't understand this question. My question is, why not? Why not? Then it's like you want to own-self make, then own-self keep the money at home, like Uncle Scrooge, the duck that swim in the money for what? Okay, I don't understand this now. Okay, how many of you, if you can become successful, you want to share with people? If you want to share with people, please type me. I think it makes sense, what? Okay, so very likely people who ask that question, they never achieve it yet. Very likely. Because people who achieve success, there's no reason why you don't want to actually expand your success. And my success, the way I play the game, is to make more people become successful. Okay, so this is our goal next, and that's why we are doing all these workshop and things. People say, hey, why are you doing this? What are you up to? I'm thinking like, why you need to think so much? Just learn now, okay? So anyway, this is what we want to do. So okay, we talk about goals, we talk about milestones. So remember, your milestones must be fun. Can you all please type fun? So you must have the last 2 milestones, and then you must have the first 2. Just go for the first 2. Don't need to break down into 1 million milestones. Sometimes a bit tiring. So go for the next 2. You must be able to see it. You must be able to see it. You must be able to see it. Okay? Now, I come to almost the last part already. Oh, I think I'm going to finish a bit earlier than I expected. Well, it's okay. Then we can go and enjoy time with family. Sorry, I speak a bit fast because I'm excited. Okay. Now, I want to share this. Now, the next portion, right? After we have all this part, the next 5 action steps. Can you all help me type 5? Type 5. Now, this part is super critical. And this part will help us even when we are feeling down, even when we are feeling not motivated. Now, these 5 action steps, right? This portion, it must keep changing every day. I mean, it must keep changing. It must be updated. It must be updated. Now, let me explain to you what are these 5 action steps. This one, actually, I learned from this guy called, what's his name? Something Allen. Okay, it's not Robert G. Allen. He got this book called Getting Things Done. Let me explain to you, right? This portion, what are the 5 things you must write? What you write here is super very critical. It's very critical. Now, let me explain. Okay. Now, the next 5 action steps, right? Number 1, make sure it is actionable. Actionable. Number 2, make sure it is accessible. Okay, let me give you an example. Purchase teachable platform. Is it actionable and accessible? Okay, what do I mean by accessible? Means, okay, guys, I want to explain to you this. Okay, these 3 things, I personally like to use this thing called Trello. Have you heard before Trello? It's a free app. It's called Trello. Write down the next specific 5 things that you can do to move towards your goal. You heard of Trello? I think I need to show you guys because it's super good app. It's a super good app. Okay, I strongly recommend you all have Trello. Okay, it's free anyway. You can download on your phone. You can see I got quite a number of things now. Okay, so wow. Okay, so you can see but I want you to have this column. I want you to have this column on Trello, preferably on Trello. On the next 5 action steps. Okay, for me it's actually here brain dump or key goals. Okay, these are my key goals. These are the things that I need to actually achieve, and then you must be very specific. Okay, what do I mean by very specific? Right, the rule is this. The rule is this. Anytime you are waiting for a queue, let's say you are at a coffee shop, you are waiting for your food. Okay, you have to queue up for very long. You can take out your handphone, look at Trello, and see, oh, this is the next thing I must do. Example, just now I got put down there. This is very important, very critical. Otherwise, we will never get things done. Okay. Example, purchase teachable platform. I can whip out my handphone and I say, oh, the next thing on my list is to purchase teachable platform. I can go and type teachable on my phone. I can buy it right now. Okay. Then number 2 is purchase the highest rated course. For example, I want to create a course. I want to create a course about, let's say, yoga. I want to create a course about, let's say, martial arts. I can go and purchase the highest rated course. And it's so specific, it's so actionable, and it's so accessible, right? The key thing is this. We have many times in life, there are a lot of time-wasting activities. Example, traveling is time-wasting. Who agree that traveling is time-wasting? If you agree, please type T. To me, I really dislike traveling, as in traveling on the train, on the car. Okay, this may not be I mean, if you're driving, don't do it, okay? Unless the traffic light is very long, you're in a jam. Sometimes, okay, I shouldn't do that. The traffic police will come and catch me. So let's say I'm on a train, I'm waiting for my drinks. I will whip out and say, oh, what's the next thing I can do? And then try to get it. The things. Yes, David Allen. Thanks, Kevin. David Allen. You must know the next specific things you can do. And then this one, right, takes probably about 2-3 minutes, you know. And once it's done, okay, then you can take out of Trello already. Then after that, when it's done, you can take out. Okay, when it's done, you can take out. Now, every time, right, you must make sure that there's always an item in the list. Let's say the list is empty, you must quickly put in the next thing. Because every time you take small steps, right, that's where you keep moving forward. And even though you feel very dismotivated that day, you feel very tired, you look through the list and see, hey, which one is the most, which one is the next step? Just go and do it. Just go and do it. Okay, so the thing can be write a Facebook post, or maybe if let's say write a Facebook post is too big for you, go and read somebody's Facebook post and then summarize 3 things. Make it very easy for you. You understand what? It must be the next specific things. What must you do? So again, when we talk about milestones, hey, this super awesome, man. Take super small next step. Yes, this is super awesome. So again, you go look at the $10,000 goal. Wow, so difficult. But okay, if my next step is just to sign up for Teachable account, or sign up for certain things, or to read 1 page, or to write 1 page. So example, I want to publish an Amazon #1 bestseller. My next specific step is to write 1 page. So if I'm standing in the light, I just write 1 page. Whether is it good, whether is it bad, I just write. Can you see that or not? Small steps, baby steps, bring it forward. Okay, the infinite game. Oh, is that good? Baby steps of 1,000 miles. That's right. So get all these steps. Okay, now the next thing is this. So make sure you have the small steps in front of you. 5 small action steps. I don't need a grand master plan. I don't need that. I need next 5 action steps. Now, guys, one more thing. One more specific rule is this. Do you guys want a breakthrough this year? If you want, please type burn. B-U-R-N. Okay, please type burn. B-U-R-N. Now, I will tell you why I'm asking you to type burn. Make sure today, when you write your next 5 action steps, right, 1 of your action steps or 2 of your action steps will put yourself on the line. Let me explain what I mean. This is something that you need to do, especially doing this blueprint, or especially if you have no breakthrough yet. You need to give yourself no way of turning back. And make sure that it's a small step that you can take immediately to make sure that you have no turning back. So this is a quote that I like. If you want to take the island, burn your boats. Burn. Okay. So don't go and burn your house. But what do I mean by that? So example. Later I give you some very example. One example is this. You want to make a $10,000 per month from course creation, go and pre-launch and sell your course. Go and pre-launch and tell people you can buy my course right now. Collect money even if you have no course yet. This is going to scare you, but it's going to work. Okay, burn your bridges, burn your boat. Now, some examples that I wrote here. Example, okay, the more you burn it, the better it is. But make sure that you're committed to bring yourself forward. Example, if let's say you want to lose weight, this one I heard is quite common. How many of you want to lose weight this year? Anybody want to lose 2 or 3 sizes down? If you want, can you please type yes? Very simple. 1 action step. Later, after this video, go to your cupboard and go and use scissors and cut your oversized clothes. If you want to get out of that, go and cut your credit cards. If you want to make sure you no longer have a time stealers, okay, go and unsubscribe your Netflix and go and delete it. For me, there was a point in time I was addicted to games. Final Fantasy VII, okay, so many years ago. Guess what I did? I took the CD out of my PlayStation and I broke the CD. No longer am I going to allow it to steal my time. I broke the CD and I erased all my save stages. Because when you play a game, you can save the stage and then you can go back again. I want to make sure there's no turning back for me. No turning back. Is that scary? Okay. So this is something that, trust me, if you do that, you will go a lot more further than anything else. Delete Facebook. Samantha, don't do that because we still need to keep in touch. Okay. So okay, now another thing. Okay, for me, I pay to fly to the US to learn from Mary Buffett. Well, after I pay, there's no turning back. You know how to turn back? Okay, so pre-sale, of course, I mentioned, or declare to everyone. Okay, initially you all know about my One Punch Man challenge. I go and declare to everyone, I'll do this for 30 days, and I go and do it. Sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't help. Depends on the people you declare to. Will they shame you enough to make sure you take action? But you realize I don't post One Punch Man workout anymore because I don't need that anymore. I'm so far away beyond what I need. I already achieved my goals and I'm already moving on to the next level already. Got it? So what is one thing you can do to put yourself on the line? Go and think about it. So I know that my workshop is supposed to be an interactive workshop. I do hope that there's more chance for us to do physical workshop. You can sit down there, you can do, I can actually pat you on the back and those kind of be better. Okay, I can. Or some people delete. Oh, we are starting to delete Facebook app. Don't do that. I'm a Facebook shareholder. Okay, I'm just kidding. I mean, if it's useful for you, go and delete it. Okay, can. So, guys, the next 5 action steps super important. Now, this is something. I want to share with you something. Once you make people put yourself on the line, right, they will achieve one. So let me give you an example, right? In our Creators of Online course, right, we have this 3 days workshop, which by the way, if you have not attended and you want to learn how to make additional income, right, I will highly recommend my own course. Sorry, a bit thick skin. But how many of you attended COC before? If you attended COC before, please type COC, COC. Those who ever attend, please come and check it out. It's very affordable and I think the results is very amazing. Okay, why? It's because these 3 days, we force people to launch their course. So what we do is, some of you may have seen people posting this, but it's very funny one. Let me give you an example. We actually have this template. I'm a course creator now. Today I was approached by a business owner and blah, blah, blah. We give a template. And again, one of our greatest, I'm super proud of this student. And she's actually my teacher also. She's my coding teacher. Her name is called Christine. Those guys who attended, you all probably know Christine, correct? Because when she posted it, she said, I'm a course creator now. You can see, all this is templated. Oops, if you're on Christine's list, you realize it's templated. But doesn't matter. The whole point is she has something interesting to share. She teaches people how to actually do coding and she launched it, correct? So I'm super proud of her. So after she launched, you can see that, okay, when did she launch? This was last year only, 2020. 5th of December, she launched. Okay, I was checking, she already made $1,621 already. She actually is in the 4-figure club. So this is the way to do it. And guess what? When you go and look at her coding course, inside the course is not even completed. But let me ask you this. If people start to pay you money, must you complete the course? Must you? If you cut away all your overweight clothes, must you slim down? Okay, there's a higher chance you need to. If you declare to the world, must you do it? Do something that make your goals into a must. Can you all please type must? No choice. Okay, give yourself no choice. M-U-S-T. Okay, just now we say there's always a choice, right? Because there's always a choice, so we have to balance. Because we are so resourceful, we can always find a choice. Now we must find a choice to give ourselves no choice so that we push forward. Okay, cool. This is the whole thing. So, well, actually from this whole entire exercise, people who are willing to launch, let me share with you this. This is my observation. People who are willing to launch the course become successful. In fact, through my COC, Creators of Online course, right, that's where I found many successful partners also. Example, let me give you another example. You all know this lady? Anyone know who she is? She's Felicia. You all see, should I be an author? Today I was approached by someone to author a book. You can see, she actually launched, she get comments, and then suddenly she has no choice. Oh no. And then a lot of people, once they launch, right, once they launch and once they have no choice, the next thing they ask is, oh dear, what do I do? I'm stuck now. It is good. Usually you'll get stuck. And then what do? Very simple. Go back to your next 5 action steps. Go back to your next first and second milestones. Go back and look at your why and then start to take action over and over again. Okay? So this is how the whole entire 1-page financial blueprint looks like. How many of you love this? How many of you love this? If you love this, please take action. Can you all please type action? Meaning you say, go and fill up your page. 1-page financial blueprint. Some of you go and do the page. Maybe it's going to be very big, A1 size, so they can write more things. Don't. Keep it simple. Keep it straightforward. Keep it clear. You can always see your why. You can always be visually, emotionally, I would say, motivated. You have clear goals. You know which are your resources. Set aside time. Time is super important. Okay, set aside time. Set aside money. Set aside time to actually move towards your goal. You have to invest in all this. Then identify the obstacles. Every time you meet an obstacle, just write down here and tell yourself, this obstacle is just a dream stealer. I'm going to overcome it. and then have your next milestone, aim for this one. I'm going to aim for this. Once you hit that, set the next milestone, set the next milestone, and then have the 5 action steps and keep doing and keep doing and keep doing. That's how you become super successful for 2021. How many of you guys are excited? Please, after this Facebook Live, this Zoom is over, please go and fill in this whole entire thing. Okay, got it? Go and do it. Okay. Now, so I want to end my whole session. Wow, a bit earlier. Okay, good. We end early. Great. So, is it valuable so far? Okay, good. So now, I want to end this whole session by actually sharing with you guys this. Stay foolish and stay young. Can I sell someone's course to others? Or you can be affiliate marketer. Actually, we do a lot of that also. So I'm also like promoting other courses. Hey, if you're interested in the online course one, if I got some time later, I will spend time talking about that. But I want to finish this up. Okay. Now, stay foolish and stay young. Can you all please type in the chat box, I am young, I'm young. Even if you don't believe it, tell yourself that you are young. And when I say young, right, I want to explain what I mean by young. And I shared this story to my students before. I want to share this again. Okay, actually, when I talk about young, right, I'm talking about this guy called Cliff Young. Some of you guys may know him, some of you may not know him. Where is the Cliff Young story? Okay, the legend of Cliff Young. I really want to share this story because it is something that actually, how to say, burst my mind. It's like, wow, my mind just almost like exploded when I read this guy's story. So there's this guy called Cliff Young, and he is a farmer. Okay, farmer as in someone who really works on the farm. He's not like a scholar farmer in the civil service. No. And what happened is this: he went to join the marathon wearing this. Now, does this look like the Nike kind of a marathon clothing? No, correct. Because the thing is this: at 61 years old, it was the first time he joined a marathon. Do you all know how long is a marathon? Can you all type how long is a marathon? Do you recommend to do your blueprint in digital format? I recommend to put it in front of you so you can see. Marathon is 42K, 14K. You need to update on your general knowledge. Okay, he ran a marathon in this wear because he's a farmer. So his farmer track shoes, farmer pants. Then he went to run. Now the thing is this: the marathon is an ultra marathon, 875 kilometers. Guys, have you ran that before? Personally, I have not. It is from Sydney to Melbourne. So this 61-year-old guy, right, he went to take part in this crazy marathon. Is he crazy or not? 61-year-old. But you know what's the most amazing thing? So this one is 1983. So when Cliff Young, right, this old man, 61-year-old, when he showed up at the start of the race, right, to everyone's shock, he wasn't a spectator. He wanted to run. He picked up the race number and then he wanted to run. And then he was interviewed. Like people asked him, hey, do you run this before? He said, no. He said, why are you running this? He said, because I just want to run this. Okay, so he has a goal. So after that, right, you know what happened? So they began to question. They say you can see there's a whole record. They say, you're crazy, you know. If you never run before, you cannot finish. They said that I don't think you can finish the race. It is very scary, 875 kilometers. Do you train or not? Have you done training? And then he replied, he said, yes, I train. I train every day by chasing my sheep, my goats, because I live on the farm. I'm a farmer. Dude. So this is a real story. Go and search on him. So you know what happened? So he said, that's why he said, we have 2,000 sheep. So it took a long time, but every day I'll catch them. So I believe I can run this race. So you see, guys, this guy is a foolish guy. Can you all please type fool? F-O-O-L. He's a fool, correct? But be a fool. You know what happened? So we can actually, I tell you what happened. He is so badly prepared, you know. He only trained on the farm, chasing sheep, chasing goats. He didn't even dress properly. He didn't even know this thing. There's a strategy to run this race. The strategy to run this race, right? Okay, actually they got right here. If you read Runner's World, if you read like how to run this race, right? Wait, okay, so you can see all professional athletes knew it took 5 days to finish the race. It's 100 over kilometers race. So in order to complete, see, if you read the Runner's World, you have to run 18 hours and then sleep 6. So you must have rest. You must regulate the rest. But you know what? Please look at this statement. Cliff Young, the 61-year-old man, didn't know that. Guys, I want to share with you something. Sometimes it's good not to know anything. Sometimes it's good. I'm not asking you to be totally ignorant. I mean, at least he has fitness and stuff like that. But I want you to understand something. You need to sometimes don't know what you cannot do. Because you know why? This guy, right, what he did was, right, he continued jogging. So he didn't sleep. He didn't sleep. Eventually, right, people asked him, hey, what's the tactics for the race? He said, I'm going to just finish running. I finished already and I sleep. I don't need to sleep. He didn't know need to sleep, you know. He didn't know need to sleep. And then you know what happened? Do you think he finished the race? Do you think he finished the race? If you all think he finished, please type yes. If you all think he didn't finish, please type N. I tell you what's funny. He didn't just finish the race. He was the first in the race. First time joining, 61 years old, didn't know the tactics, didn't know how to do it. He was the first to cross the finishing line, and he set a new record. How many of you want to break record this year? You got to sometimes stop telling yourself what you cannot do. In fact, you don't know what cannot be done. You can do more. The funny thing is, when he was awarded $10,000, he didn't even know there was a prize. So his motivation is very clear. Okay? Actually, I don't know what's his motivation, but basically, maybe his motivation is to prove certain things, is to achieve certain things, but his motivation is clear. He broke it down into small milestones. He got this thing called the Cliff Young Shuffle. So he takes small steps and he keep moving one step at a time, one step at a time, one step at a time, and he don't know what cannot be done. This guy is a foolish guy, and he's a young guy. So I just want to say, stay young, stay foolish, okay? So breakthroughs are created by those who do not know what cannot be done. And this year, 2021, I'm going to just suggest, I'm going to encourage all of us to really stay foolish and stay young. And I want to wish you guys all the best. I do hope that you go ahead and finish up your one-page financial freedom blueprint. Has this been useful so far? I do hope so. And thanks for already spending this 2 hours plus with me. Like I mentioned to you, time is something that is of most precious. I do hope that this 2 hours has been valuable to you. How much do you all think this 2 hours is worth? Well, I believe it's worth a few $1 million if you actually execute it and apply it. Do you all agree? If you agree, please type millions, okay? So I really do hope it has been useful to you. So in fact, I've come to the end of it. Actually, I still got some time. I'm not sure whether you all got any questions that you want to ask and things like that. Maybe just now in the Zoom room, a lot of people private messaging me, ask me about the online course and things like that. But I'm going to end this whole entire Zoom. For those who want to ask me about online course and things like that, maybe for those who haven't attended COC, maybe I promote COC quite a bit because I use it as a example. For those who are interested in COC, you haven't attended, or you have attended, you want to receive, we do have a very special promotion. Okay, but I didn't really prepare slides for this. So if you are interested, this is what I'm going to do. But before you all go, again, right, can you all please help me type the next 5 action steps? Can you all help me type 1 action step that will put you on the line? Before you all ever go anywhere. So as you all type this, right, this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to actually create another Zoom link. For those who are interested to ask me about the creators of online course, COC, I'm going to create this Zoom link, then you all can ask me more about it. Okay, but for those who are endless, for those who are on my Zoom room, I really do hope that you have really benefited a lot. This is what I really hope, so that all of us can achieve a lot more in 2021. COC, Q&A, and sales. Okay, for those who are interested to find out about COC, then you all come into this Zoom room. Okay, I don't want to make this into a sales session. I mean, I'm not ashamed to actually promote this. But again, my promise for you is to actually do the one-page blueprint. Okay, so for those who want this link, again, this link only got 300 people. So for those who already attend COC, you are getting results, don't come to this Zoom room. For those who want to actually find out about COC, you all can click on this Zoom room now. Then I will do some promotion and I'll give you some very good deal. Okay, Ken? I'm going to put inside the comment. And for those in the Zoom, I'm going to click this on the chat. Hey, for those who ask me on my Facebook messengers, sorry, okay, because some of you message that you ask me things on Facebook messengers. My Facebook messengers have a few thousand messages. I cannot finish reading each of them. Sometimes I will scroll through and I try to answer them in a big group like a Facebook group. So please pardon me. Okay, Ken? Yes, COC is the course creation course. So in 3 days, the COC is to launch your course in 3 days. Remember Parkinson's first law. If you want to do something, do it very, very quickly. Okay, Ken? So guys, I put a certain Zoom room there already. If you're interested, then you'll come in. I'm going to end this Zoom already. I wish you guys all the best and have a wonderful 2021. The new Zoom room, it will be starting in 1 minute's time. Okay, all the best, guys. God bless you. Have a safe 2021 and have a breakthrough and go and aim for your financial freedom in 2021. You can do it. I truly, truly believe in it. All right, guys. Goodbye. See you. So you can come into the Zoom room in 1 minute's time. I posted the link. You can come.